Sports West, the heart of the fan.
Welcome to some Sunday afternoon baseball. And you know what? On a Sunday, no time for cleaning. So do me a favor. Let's keep the brooms in the closet as the Angels try to avoid the sweep in this third and final game of this three-game weekend series against the Miami Marlins. Here's on tap over the next 30 minutes on a great show as all the fans are out looking for the Halos to get back in the win column. It's a sandy Sunday. Gio has been on fire. And yes, there is another MLB debut on the brink. We will explain coming out of the 2022 draft class, but right now we welcome you inside the Big A. Ken French. That is Tim Salmon. That is Mark Gubiza. Yes, we don't want to see the brooms. No cleaning on Sunday, Mark Gubiza.
No.
But no, we don't clean. But there are some things we need to clean up. Yes.
By the way, you win today. You're 6-3 in this homestand against 3 teams with above 500 records. So that's a solid. For me, it's a solid homestand. It's all about winning today. That's all that matters. Yesterday's gone. Winning today is all that matters.
But learn from it, Tim Salmon. 3 errors. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Certainly one of the things the Angels been trying to clean up all season long.
Well, there were 3 errors. I mean, to me, there's the physical errors and there's the mental errors. And I think yesterday's errors, the 2 that really cost them late in the game, I think those are mental errors, and those are the ones that you have to clean up. It happened with 2 of the younger players. Frustrating to see that happen in that way, but that's the reality of what's going to happen sometimes when you have some younger guys out there.
Tough one in the 10th inning. Mickey Moniak was at the center of it, and after the game, he talked about that play that cost a big run.
It was just a play that I messed up. I think that I make that play 9 times out of 10, and unfortunately it happened to be in the 10th inning and an extra inning game, and cost us a few runs, and I take full blame for that one. I think that loss falls on me, and like I said, I think I make that play 9 times out of 10. Just overran a little bit tonight, and put my head down, peeked over at Mike to kind of see where he was at, and by the time I looked back up, I was a couple steps past it. So.
Gooby, in the short time that Mickey's been here, we've seen some remarkable plays, stealing home runs, almost took another one away a couple nights ago. But can you chalk it up to maybe just learning the communication with Mike Trout and being out there on a regular basis?
Yeah, I think so, Ken. I think if you think about it, he makes that 99 out of 100 times. He's that good of an outfielder, but you hear that freight train coming at you every once in a while. You look up to make sure Mike Trout is not in the same vicinity. He had to go a long, long way to left center field to try to run that one down. An important out there in the point of that game, but I love the fact he says, the loss was on him, but it wasn't on him. It was everybody's responsibility to help a team win or lose a game, but he's that kind of a player, and I think that's why he's getting better and more mature as he goes along.
Yeah, you hate to see this as a communication situation, but also familiarity with Mike Trout being out there. The way you play defense in this situation, Mike Trout was in right center field. He's guarding. He's strong into right center. His backside, Moniak's got him on that backside. But, yeah, look at Moniak. He's basically almost in center field right there. He did a great job getting there. He just didn't trust that Mike was going to let him catch it right there, and I think that's the familiarity part of it. He ran just a ton. He got in a little bit of no man's land. He probably saw Mike Trout with the noise. Hey, you got a lot more noise up here than you do in the minor leagues. He's thinking, hey, is Mike calling it? I don't know. Maybe, take a look right here. But at the end of the day, that's the stuff that happens when you're not used to playing with somebody and when you don't have that familiarity with them. But, it's definitely a ball that should have been caught. When you go back and look at it, Moniak is going to, he's going to learn from it. They're going to have that communication now going forward. Mike's going to say, hey, you got my backside. Anything you can catch, you take it. And trust that, I'm going to let you catch it. And I think that's the situation we saw yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we never see that again. We know how hard Mickey Moniak works. And Phil Nevin gave him the ultimate compliment after the game. 2 of the very best in the outfield in the game, and Mickey Moniak and Mike Trout. And certainly they'll get that figured out here moving forward. Moving forward, though, You know what, Gooby? We don't talk about Bruno, but we can talk about Gio. Well, how about 6 hits? 3 plus 3 is 6, if my math is right, over the last 2 games.
Yeah, 4 singles, a home run, and a double, and he's hit the ball to all fields again. The amazing thing is, you look at even on the season, he has 26 hits with 2 strikes on him. He's that good of a hitter. You can put the very best arms on the mound, and he is going to put a good pass on the baseball. That one there, double. He's starting to drive the ball. We talk a lot about how many singles he's hit so far this season. He's hit 318 on the year, but showing some power, especially when you're able to go to center field and drive the ball like he did. That was a great moment for Gio Urshela. He's been that good. He's been outstanding at third base, going in for Anthony Rendon, but it's been great at first, wherever they put him. But I love the way he swings the bat, and his teammates realize and see how important it is, Tim, to be able to use the entire field to make sure any pitch near the zone is going to be hit hard.
Yeah, use the entire field. That happens because of his 30. Against non-fastballs, he's got 33 hits. Against fastball, he's got 23. That tells me he's a great off-speed hitter, but it all stems from the fact of that last swing you saw. He can hit that fastball to right field with the best of them. That allows all the pitches to track into the zone. The home run he hit, that was a slider down and in. Most guys are turning over that, pulling it down the line. He kept his hands inside because that's his approach. He's trying to stay inside, let the fastball travel, and he's able to hit that slider to center field. The home run he hit earlier in the game, 97-mile-an-hour fastball in, kept his hands inside, almost went out to dead center field as well. So he has such a great approach to the plate, keeps his hands inside the ball, lets the ball travel, get on him a little bit. That's going to help with pitch recognition, and that's why he's hitting the ball so well.
Yeah, Phil Nevin was asked because of his success, or you see Gio move up in the order. He's like, why? 6th in the order. You need that bottom half of the order to produce, and it has producing so far for this Angels ball club thanks to Gio. Let's turn our attention to Shohei Ohtani. Gooby on the hill last night, and after a stretch of 4 games where his ERA was over 6, the last 2 earned runs, 19 strikeouts. He is back to his unicorn self.
Yeah, Ken, I'll tell you what, he's starting to use his fastball a little bit more. He uses 4-seam and sinker. His sinker had some serious action to it. His sweeper was better because his fastball was in command, and he had the hitters at least respecting that. His cutter was also good. He threw some more splitters during the course of the game, but he didn't leave any of those sweepers out over the plate. The hitters were not real comfortable because of his fastball. He touched 101 last night, 10 punch-outs in 6 innings. His balance was great, and when he can run that fastball upstairs, you got to respect that, and that's why I thought his sweeper was much better.
It was, and you know, when you add up all the velo pitches, the ones that are going to speed up a hitter, the fastball, the cutter, the sinker, the split, all those are high velo pitches. The arm action, that's what's going to get the hitter's attention. He threw them 67 times with a 67% strike rate. That's all I need to see right there. He had them really concerned about the velo, and you know what? 12 of his 19 sliders or sweepers, 12 of the 19s were swing and misses. That tells you everything right there. I mean, to me, you can hang it at that point. You could throw it for a strike. When you got guys really concerned about something coming hard out of your hands, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, he even threw a couple of his splitters at 92, 93 last night. I mean, he was really impressive. That's a good lineup. The way the Marlins have been swinging the bat, he was able to neutralize it for the most part the entire game, gave himself a chance to get the win and the team the chance to win. That's all you can ask from him.
Angels have to find a way to win every 6th day when Shohei's on the mound, considering the inconsistency right now in this rotation. They're 8-3 when Shohei pitches. 2 of those 3 losses, he had the lead in the bullpen, unable to hold it. So Sandy on a Sunday will take the ball, hoping to avoid the sweep here. Gooby, we talk about Patrick Sandoval. He said after his last start, couldn't get out in the 5th inning. He didn't feel good, but he gutted it out and tried to give his team a chance to win.
You saw his fastball velocity was 90-92, so that changes a little bit how people swing at this changeup and his slider. So he didn't have quite the crisp break on his slider. He wasn't feeling good. He didn't have that strength. But you know him. He's always going to go out there and compete. Still has an ERA under 3.5. So for me, Patrick Sandoval feeling better. So the last couple days he's got his strength back, and that's going to be important for him to be able to go out against this Marlins lineup. You have to find a way to win the game, and I think for me, Sandy on the mound is the perfect guy to do that.
Yeah, he did not feel good, obviously, and now he threw 55 pitches just to get through the 2nd inning. He was working hard out there, laboring more than he needed to. Comes down to location on pitches, and when you're not feeling good, you're not going to be able to throw strikes. But you look at this right here. His slider, that slider is his out pitch. I love his changeup. and I love it when he can throw that changeup off that four-seamer that he can work inside occasionally. To me, the key is, as a right-handed hitter, I'm more concerned about if he's throwing that fastball in, that changeup is just going to play tremendous right there. Look at the whiff rate, 35, almost 36% whiff rate. That happens when he's establishing that fastball in.
And the changeup's so good, especially when you look at this lineup for the Marlins. They will go after that little fade changeup going down and away from the lefty, so that should be an important pitch. But again, like you said, he's got to throw the fastball inside, but also you can throw that fastball on the outside part of the plate on that glove side to be effective.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tune into the broadcast for Gooby's go-tos, but right now, Gooby, you got to go.
See ya. Peace. Peace out.
Peace out. See you later. Mark Gubicza, as he walks up to the broadcast booth for the telecast here tonight with Patrick O'Neill. We're going to take our first time out here on the program, but when we do come back, a lot more to talk about. Erica Weston with the ever-rotating bullpen. Ben Joyce set to make his MLB debut.
MLB has all the bases covered, with live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
Every night on MLB Network.
Imagine an entire channel dedicated to taking you to the most exciting moments in baseball as they happen.
And it's gone!
With live look-ins to clutch at-bats.
A walk-off slam!
And players on the edge of making history.
This could be it! 62!
It's the best seat in the house at every ballpark. All commercial-free.
Can you believe it?
MLB Network Strike Zone. Wednesdays and Fridays, all season long.
Young boys and girls out here to see their Angels get themselves back in the win column in the third and final game against these Miami Marlins and avoid the 3-game sweep. As we welcome back inside the Big A, Ken French, Tim Salmon, and Erica Weston joining us. Guys, you probably have heard of that soap opera called As the World Turns. Well, I got a new one for you. It's called As the Bullpen Turns, starting right now on Valley Sports West. And our entertainment reporter, Erica Weston, joins us to help us understand how this bullpen looks completely different than it did at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it comes on the heels of another injury. Matt Moore was placed on the injured list with a grade 2 oblique strain, and he's been one of the most locked down, reliable arms in the back end of the bullpen, setting up for Carlos Estevez. But with the news of him going down, that also brings up the very exciting flamethrower in Ben Joyce. You know, the guy that threw 105 miles per hour back in college. So he's here. He got the call a couple of days ago, as did Sam Bachman. So there's a lot of trash pandas in the house today. We caught up with Joyce this morning about him getting the call.
I mean, it means everything. It's what I've been working for since I was 3 years old, playing baseball, trying to dream of making it to the big leagues, and then finally hearing that call. And I mean, it means everything. It's all the hard work that you put in. It's paying off, and it's awesome to hear.
Is anyone out here to see you today?
Yes, my mom, my dad, my brother, and my girlfriend are out here all, so that'll be awesome to see them.
All good last-minute flights?
Yes, yeah. My parents were actually visiting in AA, so they had to make some quick arrangements to get out here.
So Ben Joyce is here. Look at the numbers. He was the third-round pick by the Angels in 2022, and again, the fastest pitch in NCAA history. And when he makes his appearance, that will be his major league debut. But talking to him, guys, he's pretty confident about what he has been working on down there in AA. Of course, we know how hard the fastball goes. He's got the sweeper, too. He said this spring that he also put in the cutter. The cutter has been working well for him, so he's got something different velo-wise between the fastball and the sweeper. And of course, the baseballs down in Double-A, that's been a huge talking point. But again, they do use the Major League balls in their side session, so he's totally comfortable coming in here and throwing that Major League Baseball when he does make his debut.
Yeah, the only other player to make their MLB debut out of the 2022 draft, of course, was Zach Neto, and I think we got to call it the Panda Pen. We got Bachman.
That's all you, man.
And now Joyce. Okay, so Matt Moore is out. He's on the IL, Tim. So we saw Chris Davinsky yesterday in that role. Boy, he could be the new setup guy for Carlos Estevez.
Well, he's going to have to be. I mean, you need a veteran. You need somebody with some experience on that backside getting to your closer. We've been trying to figure out how to get the middle part of the relief pitching core going, but now you took a guy like Davinsky, you're taking some of that depth away, and you're having to replace it with some of the younger players you talked about. But Davinsky, boy, 3 clutch Ks last night, coming up and cleaning up a little bit of a mess there in the 8th inning when just after the Angels gave up the lead, he came in and kept it close. And then Estevez, once there was a tie ball game, he just went through the heart of the order, getting the leadoff hitter right here with a strikeout. But boy, he blew the doors off. Soler right here on a fastball up and in, and then a rise as well. You just can't say enough about what Estevez does. The Angels need to put themselves in position to let these guys throw more. It's going to be interesting to see how you bridge now to Davinsky and Estevez. You're going to be using a lot of young guys out there, a lot of young arms. Hopefully these guys, the learning curve is quick. They can get out there, get their feet under them, and feel comfortable out there. They're going to be on the road doing this. I don't know if that's better or worse, but, you got some young flamethrowers out there. It's going to be interesting how they throw, what kind of strikes they throw in some of these big situations.
All right, Erica, with all this bullpen news, you become a true pen pal.
How long you had that one in your back pocket, Reggie? Wow.
It's Sunday. Sunday fun day.
And you're bringing the heat.
Let's
Thank you.
have fun. All right, Erica, thanks for joining us. You'll hear her throughout the course of the entire broadcast as we take a little time out here on Angels Live, coming at you from inside the Big A. When we do come back, though, we're going to preview the MLB's annual Home Run Challenge. I'll have an interview with Michael Milken and getting you ready for the first pitch from Sandy.
Are you on your...
Hi, I'm J.P. Crawford, shortstop with the Seattle Mariners.
J.P. Crawford flexes his muscles.
I love my experience competing in the pitch, hit, and run when I was a kid. It helped me believe in my skills as a player.
The 1-2 on the way to J.P. And the Mariners win it!
Go show yourself what you're made of and make your way to the national finals at the World Series. Sign up for a free competition near you at pitchhitandrun.com.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game on MLB Network.
Chairman of the Prostate Cancer Foundation. From now until June 18th on Father's Day, it's all about the Home Run Challenge and keeping dad in the game. Over $70 million has been raised over the last 27 years, and just the stats are incredible. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with this horrible disease, and we beg you to consult your doctor about the diagnostic blood test. And earlier today, I had a chance to talk with Michael Milken about this program and his passion. Michael, thanks so much for doing this. We were just chatting off camera. 27 years, over 500 games, every ballpark in North America raising $70 million. How is this partnership with Major League Baseball and the Prostate Cancer Foundation able to be such a great marriage?
Well, the idea was that we saw men were not getting that simple blood test, a PSA test, just like checking your cholesterol. So the great American pastime, baseball, come out, remind your coworker, your brother, to get that simple blood test. And so that was our goal. And we found the month that most men requested that test was right after Father's Day. And the Angels have been a real leader in this area, with a fantastic owner in Artie Moreno.
Yeah, so from now until June 18th, it's all about keeping Dad in the game with the Home Run Challenge. Please let everyone know, if they're not familiar with it, first of all, they should be, but how does it work? How does this program
Every home run hit between May 20th and June 18th, every team in baseball, and we think there'll be 800 of them hit. You can pledge money. You can go to pcf.org. And if you pledge $1, that might turn into $800. You pledge a dime, $80, and so on. But we've raised $70 million. We got a match of 10 to 1.
That's incredible.
That turned into 700. There are now more than 25 new therapies for men that have prostate cancer. So even if you're diagnosed later in life with advanced prostate cancer, your chances to live a normal life are extremely high. And it all started here with the Angels.
1 in 8 men in their lifetime will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. You gave me a bone-chilling stat about the fathers that will be here on June 18th.
Almost 4 million fathers who've had prostate cancer will be in remission and spending Father's Day on June 18th with their families.
Incredible. Tell everyone how they can find more information about you and this organization.
PCF.org, and we have significant information on nutrition. One of the things, we've invested $200 million studying how you can slow the growth of cancer, maybe not get cancer. And it's all on that website, PCF.org.
Michael, thanks for doing this. We greatly appreciate you and all your efforts.
Love those colors.
Oh, I knew you were coming today.
Go Angels.
Michael, thank you very much. And let's keep Dad in the game and make sure you get tested. On the other side, it's a Sandy Sunday here at the Big A.
2023, welcome to the show.
This is the game we all want to see.
Batting averages are up this year.
Pitch clock has really made a difference.
And so are runs.
He scores. What a stolen base.
With the shift, you never saw these plays.
Guys seem more ready. Athleticism is back in baseball.
The pace, the action.
So much quicker, so much crisper.
And this game is over.
It's the best game in the world. Now it's even better.
Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app, click MLB Network, and sign in with your TV provider info. Then watch MLB Network all day, every day, your way. This is Chris Bryant. This is Christopher Russo. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Chris Bryant plays hard so he doesn't end up here. High Heat with Christopher Russo, helping players play harder on MLB Network.
Looking to avoid the sweep this afternoon at the Big A. And don't forget, all season long, the day after the Angels win at home, fans can redeem free medium fries with a $1 minimum purchase at participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app. Get your kids and yourself some French fries from McDonald's. Here's the lineup that'll be backing up Sandy this afternoon here at the Big A. Tim, we got some changes here. Mickey Moniak will be leading off with playing right field. Renfroe gets the day off. Neto gets the day off. Levon Soto, another 22-year-old shortstop out of Double-A, playing short.
Yeah, I think Levon Soto, this is a guy last year when he came up, he has a beautiful swing. I can't wait to see what he does. He needs more bats. It's unfortunate he's been up here and really hasn't been able to show us what he can do at the plate, but he's getting the day off. He's spelling some guys that need it.
18 games last year with the Angels, hitting .400 with 9 RBI. We just talked about the home run challenge. Keep Dad in the game. Michael Milken, of course, for the Prostate Cancer Research Foundation. This is what's happening here. This is the wristbands that all the players will be wearing. We got them on right now. And it's get tested. It is so important to do and keep Dad in the game. Home run challenge now until June 18th. Let's take a look at what the Marlins have to offer. I'm just going to talk about Jorge Soler. Let's just not pitch to him. 5 homers in 5 games.
I tell you what, this guy is as hot as they come. He made the Angels pay last night. The Angels had a lead for a brief, short moment, and then he came up and took a 3-2 fastball and deposited it to give them back the lead. And this is a still Seth pitch, 3-2. With a base open right there, I think in hindsight, might want to throw something with a wrinkle in it. If you walk him, you walk him. Yeah, this is definitely a guy in the lineup you target. Do not give him anything over the heart of the plate with men in scoring position if the game is counting on it. A little bit like how you pitched Barry Bonds back in the day.
Yeah, 12 homers in the month of May. Truly remarkable. Another guy to keep an eye on, of course, is Luis Arias, who leads all of Major League Baseball, hitting over .370, and he has been a tough out over the last couple days.
Yeah, there's Eury is down there in that 6 hole as well. I mean, they've got a good offense. I'm telling you what, if this team gets it clicked in on the offensive side of things with the pitching they have, they're going to be tough down the stretch.
Great transition as we talk about the 20-year-old phenom, Eury Perez, for the Marlins. He will be making his 4th big league start. He is a top 10 prospect, not just for Miami, but all of baseball. 6'8", he can almost hit triple digits.
Yeah, he can hit triple digits. This guy is easy fuzz. He's going to just throw cheddar. You know, in the short sample we've seen up here, the off-speed pitch is really the pitch that's really hurt him that they've hit. I mean, the fastball is almost unhittable, but what I've heard today is that he's going to throw a little bit more of the four-seamer, throw a little bit more of that fastball. Again, it's going to be kind of fun to watch such a talented young player like him. I just hope the Angels can figure something out on him early.
Yeah, they need to avoid the sweep here after dropping the first 2 of the Miami Marlins on this 3-game weekend series here at the Big A. They will hand the ball to Patrick Sandoval as he will make his 10th start of the season after a rough outing, looking to get himself and the Angels back in the win column. Patrick O'Neill, Mark Gubazon will have the call. Angels, Marlins coming at you next from the Big A.
This is Chris Bryant. This is Christopher Russo. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Chris Bryant plays hard so he doesn't end up here. High Heat with Christopher Russo, helping players play harder on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
What an exciting time.
Together. MLB Tonight has all the bases covered, with live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
Every night on MLB Network.
The heart of your team. The heart of LA. Valley Sports West. The heart of the fan.
Today's ball game is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Memorial Day weekend, Sunday, fun day. Halos looking to avoid the sweep to the Miami Marlins after a tough loss last night. The best thing about baseball, there's a game the next day. Here with the two-time All-Star, Mark Gubicza, I'm Patrick O'Neill. Let's focus right now on Gio Urshela. He's 7th best batting average in Major League Baseball, 3rd best in the American League. 2 straight games with 3+ hits.
And Patrick, Phil Nevin said it best. He does this against the very best pitching in the game. I mean, he uses the entire field so well. 318 batting average. That's the 3rd best in the American League. 47 singles, 2nd best. What I love best, though, 2-strike approach, 26 hits, 2nd best in the American League. And then the non-pull hits. That means he's staying back on breaking pitches and fastballs on the outside part of the plate, using the entire field. So as a defender or even a pitcher, when you're facing Gio, you really don't have a set pattern to be able to get him out, because he's going to pull the ball inside. He's going to go back up the middle on something off speed, and same thing the other way.
The better the pitcher, he just rises to the occasion. Speaking of pitching, some big-time moves made by the Angels today. It affected last night's game. For more on that, here's Erica Weston.
Thanks very much, Patrick. Some tough news for the bullpen. Matt Moore has been placed on the injured list with a right oblique strain. It happened on Friday while playing catch on the field, so he's on the IL. He will not travel with the team while they continue to reevaluate him. It's a grade 2 strain, so expect him to be out for at least a month while they work on the timetable, though he did tell Phil Nevin that he is a quick healer, so take that for what it's worth. But in comes the flamethrower in Ben Joyce with the loss of Matt Moore. This is something that he said he's been working on since he was 3 years old. So what's been working for him this season? Fastball up in the zone for one. Started throwing a cutter this spring, and that's something that's been effective for him with that sweeper. So big news for the bullpen with Ben Joyce, Matt Moore to the injured list, and now we've got plenty of trash pandas who will hope to carry the load and be effective in the back end of the bullpen while things get stabilized, getting to Carlos Estevez. Settle in for Sandy Sunday as first pitch comes your way in just a few minutes. The Angels hoping to salvage a game in this series against Miami and hoping for a happy flight. First pitch comes your way next.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
Take control of your health by boosting your force field, the immune system. With the Aura Ring, you can listen to your body's signals and raise your defenses. Aura tells you when your temperature is higher than normal, how to improve your sleep, or if your heart rate shows signs of stress, so you can decide to push yourself or to lie low. Live smarter, stronger, healthier with the Aura Ring. Aura.
Since the dawn of man, getting help has been hard. Whether it's for ED, hair loss, or your mental health. Through HIMSS, getting help is simple. It all starts with one small click for you. And you. And you. That can change everything for future you. That's healthcare, as it should be. Click now, thank yourself later. Get started at forhims.com.
Today is the finale of a 9-game homestand, and so far, so good. Yeah, tough loss last night. But the Angels are 5-3, and they won series against two really good teams in Minnesota and Boston.
I mean, you think about it, you have a 6-3, potentially have a 6-3 homestand against 3 teams coming in here for a 9-game homestand with records above 500.
And the starting pitching has been excellent. And the Angels sweep the Boston Red Sox for the first time since 2015. And today, an opportunity for Patrick Sandoval. A little bit of extra rest, wasn't feeling well, had some food poisoning in his last start, battled, and he should be excellent here today as he takes the ball for the Halos as they look to avoid the sweep against the Miami Marlins, who are playing some good baseball. We'll give them credit. It's the Marlins and the Angels. Memorial Day weekend. This never gets old.
No.
We see Mike Trout do this.
It's amazing. He does that every day, and he puts so many smiles on young fans and adults, everybody around there. When you get a chance to get an autograph from Mike Trout, it's a great feeling for anybody at the ballpark here today.
10th start of the season for Patrick Sandoval. What does he need to do to be effective?
Well, for me, my go-to is for Sandy to be able to have a solid game against this very dangerous Marlin lineup. Is use that changeup for big outs. He's got a 35.8% whiff percentage, but it all trust and starts and uses fastballs, both the 2-seam, 4-seam, especially the 4-seamer. 7 strikeouts. We saw that with Shohei yesterday, trusting his fastball. It made his sweeper better. I think the same thing works for Sandoval with his slider and changeup set up by his fastballs.
Certainly a heavy right-handed lineup for Skip Schumacher and his Miami squad. Jonathan Davis, Jorge Soler, who's crushing left-handed pitching. More on that. Luis Arraez still leading the bigs in average. It's Garrett Cooper from Torrance. Then it's Brian De La Cruz, Yuli Gurriel, Gene Segura, Nick Fortes, and Garrett Hampson, who came up with a big hit last night in a tough 10th inning for the Halos.
And here's the Angels defense today, brought to you by Easton and Easton. Soto playing shortstop. He played a really solid shortstop last year, including turning 7 double plays, 1,000 fielding percentage so far this year. Ward, Trout, Moniak out in the outfielder. Schellen next to Soto. Drury at second. Jared Walsh, he's a difference maker first, and Matt Theis behind the plate, catching and calling the pitches. Patrick Sandoval.
Livan Soto, just 22, second start of the season, and we are underway. Fastball in there for strike 1. So if you can command that fastball, that secondary stuff, that slider, that changeup will be effective this afternoon.
If you hit the fastball, that's another strike on the outside corner. If you throw your fastball away like that, that sets up the changeup really, really well.
Jonathan Davis counts 1-1. Now it's 1-2.
See that changeup, because he threw that first pitch fastball on the outside corner at 93, and then he drops that changeup at 82. Separation, but same plane off balance swing.
Off the plate, 6th game of the year for Jonathan Davis. The slugger, Jorge Soler, on deck. He's got 12 home runs in the month of May. It's a little ground ball. Drury is there and takes care of business.
And that separation of speeds of pitch is very important for Patrick Sandoval. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The separation of the pitches for Sandoval between his 4-seam sinker, very similar as far as velocity. Slider really good, but the changeup at 82.9 and curveball at 76. You got that separation. Look at the difference between crossing the plate and a 4-seamer as compared to a changeup, curveball. Keep them off balance with those 2 off-speed pitches.
The slugger, Jorge Soler, crushing lefties this year. 395 average and 9 home runs. Gets the strike call right there on the first pitch curveball.
Big pitch for Sandoval. He throws that a lot. He throw a first pitch strike. A lot.
Soler's homered in 5 straight games. The Marlins record is 6. And Giancarlo Stanton, the year he had 59.
So you throw 2 types of breaking balls. One, a curveball, and then he follow up with slider, different speeds on it. Just like we showed, the separation is the pitches. Slider was 86, the curveball at 76. So a difference in those 2 pitches, yet they're both breaking balls.
Anytime the Angels want to miss on 0-2, I am perfectly okay with that. That necklace that you saw Sandoval turn around there was given to him at a charity golf tournament. Right up the middle, Sandoval with the backhand. How about it?
What about those great athletes, pitchers, Patrick?
Hold on, let's just settle down. That's a great play with the backhand. How often did you make a backhand?
I tried to do that like for 14 years and it never accomplished it. Sandy was able to get this done. Oh, look at that one right there.
At least he didn't airmail the throw.
The Sandy man can on the backhand.
Okay, well, what do I do? Put a little circle around that? Some stars? That was tremendous.
And a smile, that wry little smile for Patrick Sandoval. I'm looking forward to seeing what Shohei does when they walk in together in that dugout. Because Sandoval and Shohei Ohtani, they always have a good time.
Don't bother the starting pitcher is what I would tell Shohei. Luis Arise back hitting .371.
Eric West had a chance to talk to Sandoval the other day, and there was a lot of stuff about Shohei Ohtani in there. Those two together are hilarious.
They are working some stuff out. Was it a bag of Funyuns? Do I have it right? Or,
a little bit of everything.
Arise, he's been kind of cold the last 12 games, hitting .348.
Oh, young fan brought his glove up there. An outstanding play.
Upper deck.
Yes. Now that's a thrill for him.
Little League Day. They took the field for the last time this season. Can't wait for the kids to run the bases. That has not happened yet. The 1-2 is a tough out. All right, you bring up the catch. We have it for you.
Nice. Bringing the glove. Making the play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just pound the leather. Great look by our crew. Well done. 2-2.
That's a confident hitter. That's a really good pitch by Sandoval. Arise did not go after it. He's a guy that doesn't strike out a whole lot. Although we did see a strikeout from him last night. And that was back in the 9th inning. Stavis was dominant. And his look after the strikeout was priceless.
That was great. Davinsky. In that 10th inning, we could get into it for sure. You know, was it Berea and Theis just missing home plate? Obviously, he knows he's got to step on the bag. The Marlins are 88% their video reviews, so that was clutch by them. Moniak taking responsibility, but hey, moving on to today. That's a little flare. Mike Trout coming in, and he's got it with the speed. So we got some good defense to start this game. Not only Patrick Sandoval with the backhand, but we got a youngster, upper deck, bringing the mitt, making the play. Let's go.
Prescription eyewear can be really expensive, but here's the secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make. Surprise! Especially when you design your own eyewear and then sell it directly to your customers, like we do. Oh, hi, we're Warby Parker. Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. And the best part? You could try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
With ButcherBox, you never have to worry about what's for dinner. We deliver grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Get high-quality meat sourced from trusted partners with free shipping always, so you can always be prepared and enjoy the important things. Receive your special offer today. ButcherBox.
Here is the Angels batting order, brought to you by Irvine Auto Center. Moniak, Trout, Ohtani, Drury, Walsh, and the red-hot Urshela. Theis, Taylor Ward now hitting 8th. Maybe that takes a little pressure off. Livan Soto is hitting 9th. And the pitcher today is a rookie. In fact, he's the youngest pitcher in Marlins history. Eury Perez, he is 6'8". 220. It's almost like Gooby, he could take the baseball and just hand it to the catcher, Nick Fortes.
And his fastball can touch 100 miles an hour.
And Moniak first pitch fouled off.
And my go-to is to have some success against Perez today. He's got that electric heater, but you got to drive the heater. He's getting up some home runs on that so far this season. And also, you just got to lay off that slider below the knees. That's a nasty swing and miss pitch.
Fly ball center field. Jonathan Davis is there, one down. He's the second youngest position player in Marlins history to Edgar Renteria. Jose Fernandez had been the youngest pitcher in Marlins history. But Perez debuted at 20 years and 27 days from Santiago, Dominican Republic. And now he faces Mike Trout coming off his first road start in Colorado. That didn't faze him, but now he's got to face a three-time MVP.
That's what you want to try to do if you're a hitter, especially to see how that baseball's at a hit. Hitters hit velocity, though. If you don't hit your spots, it'll be hit. 333 with 3 home runs versus fastball this year. So hitters will drive a fastball even at 100 if it's not spotted well.
This fastball's been hit, but it's that secondary stuff, the breaking pitches that have been just filthy. 1-2. Perez, record of 1-1.
And that's not a lot of wasted effort to be able to run that up there at 100 miles an hour. So this might be the count where Trout could see a slider.
And he did. Good call, partner.
And my Hyundai key for the game today at Beach Weekend, the lively ones. Surf Rider, ride that daytime air here today to get some big flies and get some home runs and get some runs scored. The ball will carry much better during the day.
Well, Trout has to reach on that slider, lifted to right field, and Soler is there. That'll bring up Shohei Ohtani.
And Perez doesn't get a lot of ground ball action. It's at 35%, and already you see 2 fly balls.
Little mini slump right here for the unicorn Shohei Ohtani, who had 10 strikeouts last night, 6 for his last 42 over his last 11 games, and 0 for 10.
And you're always going to see Shohei, especially first pitches between a curveball and a changeup, trying to stay something slower against him because he hits fastball, especially first pitch fastballs, a long way.
A good count now for Shohei, 2-0.
Ohtani this year on the first pitch has hit 3 home runs.
Now 3-0. So he's listed 6'8", 220 as Perez, but talking to some of the Miami broadcasters, they tried to say 6'8", 145. I think that may be a little too light.
3-0, 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's incredible to watch this. One of the top prospects in all of baseball. Top pitching prospect. Number 6 for any position player. 3-2.
And he throws a curveball, 3-1.
He was 6'4" and 175 pounds when the Marlins first signed him. $200,000, and he's just a beanstalk since then.
We know Shohei can hit some high velocity fastballs. You've seen him. Fujiyama, remember, he hit that ball off the wall at 99 miles an hour. So I remember a home run he hit against Severino here when the Yankees a few years ago at 97 hit out.
Strikes out. Shohei Ohtani. Fans at that curveball. Eury Perez is legit. No score after 1.
To get your best night's sleep, you need to sleep in something extraordinary. Woven with a silky softness unlike any other. From organic threads that are slow spun and finished in flame. Made from an ingredient so rare, less than 1% of the world's cotton meets our quality. It's the most extraordinary fabric ever made. Only from Boll & Branch.
This Memorial Day weekend, definitely a day of remembrance tomorrow, the last Monday of the month of May, for those who died while serving in U.S. military. And that will be tomorrow. I won't be with you there in Chicago, Gooby, but just wanted to definitely, just let it be known that gone but not forgotten, and thank you for your service. Garrett Cooper from Torrance leading off top of the second. I mentioned how hot Jorge Soler has been against lefties, but not contagious for the rest of the Marlins. In the month of May, they have lost 6 of 8 versus southpaws. Ground ball, foul, 2-1.
Sandoval is really good getting back into counts. It's like you see a lot with Shohei Ohtani get back into counts with a secondary pitch. Instead of just have to throw a fastball.
Towards the right side, drifts into the seats for a souvenir. Count's going to be 2-2. It was Garrett Cooper came off the bench and hit that fly ball that Moniak and Trout were both going after, and Moniak took responsibility after the game. And perhaps, Gooby, that's just those two kind of getting used to each other out there in the outfield. Downstairs, 3-2. It's a long run for Moniak, so he'll make that catch 9 to 10 times. I believe him, how good he has been.
Especially, the difference, and you have Taylor Ward now in left field, Moniak in right field. Same thing for center fielder Mike Trout, just the communication between the two, which baseball they'll try to cut off in left center or right center.
That one's hit hard to Mike. He goes back on it. It's a good read because that one looked like it was knuckling. One away. Those are tough when they're hit right at the center field.
That's the toughest one for a center fielder.
So 109 exit velo on that Cooper liner to center. Baseball's a little lopsided. So a new one for Sandoval as he faces Brian De La Cruz.
I would almost keep that in there if I'm a pitcher. Might have some serious movement to it.
It almost seems like now that it's a new baseball every single time. There's no rule that the pitcher has to get a new baseball.
I know part of it all started back in the mid-90s after the strike. If players giving the baseballs to the stands just to win fans back.
Right field, Moniak in right, drifting over, and he makes the catch. 2 down.
3 straight fly ball outs after a couple ground ball outs. Sandoval with a pretty high ground ball rate this year. He's over 53% ground ball rate, over 50 in his career.
Let's listen in to see who's at the plate. Not too many kids in the stands. It's Yuli Gurriel. It's at 3:04. Always dangerous. 2 down here, top of the second.
And he generally looks in early and away late in the count.
If you would miss on the pitch, how often would you look down at the ground to kind of blame your landing spot or some sort of?
Well, every once in a while, because depending on the pitcher, especially when you're going up against a guy that's 6'8", his stride could be a little bit different, so you're not going to land exactly where you would normally want to do that. That's why I would always go out just before every time I have my first warm-up pitch. I would just make sure I groom that mound to be. It's my home. I always said the mound, pitching mound, is my home, and I want to make sure it's perfect for when I land and be in the right position to throw strikes.
Out towards left field. Taylor Ward comes in and he goes back on it. And so 2 clean innings for Mr. Sandoval.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
What an exciting time.
Stand up,
Together.
MLB Tonight, the ultimate late-night baseball party. See the night's biggest moments, the best interviews.
We all love DJ Dan.
And cutting-edge analysis from TV's best.
This one takes the cake.
That is awesome.
MLB Tonight, late nights on MLB Network.
Let's check out the pitch arsenal for Perez today. He's got a 4-seam fastball, 45% of the time. Slider, a nasty slider, 29%. Curveball at 18. Changeup at 8%. Whiff percentage on his slider and curveball are off the charts. 41.7 a slider, 57.1 versus his curveball.
When he got a signing bonus of $200,000, his parents were fired from their jobs in the Dominican Republic at a mechanic shop. His mom worked the register, and the rumors was because he suddenly got this money. So what does he do? He takes half that signing bonus, and he gets his dad a new shop, and his mom, and they're working, and he says everything he does for his parents. And a star is born in Miami, the youngest Dominican-born pitcher ever.
Like we mentioned, even in the first inning, he's under control in that delivery. That is free and easy. And you don't see it a whole lot where a pitcher brings the head, the glove over the head and then follows down through that motion. So often you see a lot of pitchers now from the stretch position, even with no one on base.
1-2 to Brandon Drury. Good take, 2-2.
So I believe he's getting extra leverage on the pitching rubber to be able to work downhill like he does, even at that height, to be able to throw the baseball like this consistently.
Another good take, 99 in on the hands, full count. Even if he is incredibly efficient today, Perez, don't expect him to go too deep in this ball game. Maybe 90 pitches. And that's ball 4. Good job by Brandon Drury. Erica Weston has more on the Eury Perez. Erica.
Thanks very much, Patrick. You thought that, Shohei Ohtani's best friend was the guy pitching today for the Halos and Patrick Sandoval, but apparently it's Eury Perez. That's according to him, and he's saying that in jest, of course. Ohtani and Perez are both represented by the same agency, and they had an opportunity to meet this past summer at the All-Star game. There they are. He's always admired Shohei Ohtani, so he's looking forward to meeting him. He said when he saw him, he wanted to take a picture with him, and he said the other day, I took the picture with him thinking thinking it was going to take me a lot of time to meet him again, but now, today, I'm facing him. But that strikeout's no way to treat your best friend, Perez.
Not at all. No friends no more.
Well, frenemies. Oh, there's a ground ball. We saw Arise do this yesterday, and he does it again. This guy's just heads up. What a play.
It's one of those ones, too, as a base runner. You might want to, at that point, especially in that thing, you stop. Make him redirect. Make him throw the first, and then make that second throw from first base to second base.
Almost identical. It was a little tougher with Trout running yesterday. Comes in, tags the runner, throws to first, double play. So Urshela, 3 hits last night, 3 hits in game 1 of this series. The homer last night tied the game at 4. His first at the Big A. He's hitting .318. It's the 3rd best mark in the AL.
Wow, that's still pretty quick. Changeup. That's a 91-mile-an-hour changeup. Here he is with 2 strikes. We showed that in the opening day. 26 hits. He's had 2 strikes on him. Not often when you have a little sting in the bat on a changeup. That's looked like it was for Gio Urshela.
The Angels seeing some pitches. Perez says that's got to be the baseball.
By the way, there's the power arms here in the stadium between Perez here and then Ben Joyce down in the bullpen for the Angels.
The volunteer fireman?
Yes.
Can't take credit for that one. Of course, producer Max. Well done. Just gets a piece. Yeah, tough break with Matt Moore going on the IL with the oblique strain. And we realize, as you see Ben Joyce ready to make his MLB debut. We heard from him in the pregame show with Erica. A little flare out towards right field. Drifting over. Not able to make the catch is Soler. Urshela going to second base, and he's going to round and make it to third. Can't get this guy out.
And a baseball fan, you're watching this game. That's what's so impressive about it. Making contact, even a tough pitch, going the other way. Another hit with 2 strikes. That is a nasty little cutter slider. Slater tried to dive and catch that baseball, gets away, and Urshela just cruises in for a triple. So already in this series against the Marlins, he's had 4 singles, a triple, double, home run. So he's hit for the cycle against the Marlins here in this 3-game set.
Picking up his first triple of the season. With 2 outs, Matt Thaiss at the plate. Coming off the bench with big knock last night. 2 RBIs. He's going down to first base, and he was sort of grimacing a little bit. Phil Nevin was asked about that in pregame show. Said it's just a little hip tightness, kind of creeps up on him, and then it goes away. No need to be concerned about that. When you look at our Kia player profile, the improvement for Matt Thaiss month to month. So you see April, the batting average, and here in May hitting .333, 8 ribbies. The slug is up, as is the OPS.
More comfortable. His timing's way better. The more at-bats he's been getting in the month of May. That's nasty. 100-mile-an-hour fastball down in the strike zone. Especially that's a spot usually left-handers like. But 100 down there, it's a tough one. You got to be ready just in case here. He overthrows a break ball if you're Gio Urshela.
Good call. Bounces in front of Fortes. Counts 2-2. Scoreless. Bottom of the second. 2 down. Urshela 2-out triple. Stands 90 feet away. Facing the young Eury Perez, just 20 years old, 4th career start. I imagine these hitters, are, they're working with, Marcus Timms, Phil Plantier, looking at the release point of this giant.
got some run to it too. It's not necessarily a straight 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It's got run action, which makes it more difficult to hit. Another solid at bat working for Theis. Seen some pitches. You go back to those numbers in April. He was up there hacking early.
Taylor Ward on deck, getting a good peek. Taylor Ward's about 15 feet away from home plate.
Especially with a lefty at the plate here in Theis. That foul ball, a little bit late swing. He could be in jeopardy over there.
Be huge to get an early run against the big righty for the Marlins. The 3-2. Okay, ball 4. Nice job from Matt Theis. That'll bring up Taylor Ward. Runners at the corners. So the second walk of the inning for Perez.
If you're Taylor Ward now, you got to believe you're getting a first pitch fastball. So be ready.
Moved down to the 8th spot in the lineup. He's hit there before. In fact, we checked it out. He's got 5 career home runs, hitting 8th in the lineup. He got that first pitch fastball, but just missed it. Lifted it to left field. De La Cruz is there, and we remain scoreless here at Angel Stadium.
Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
Hi, I'm J.P. Crawford, shortstop with the Seattle Mariners.
J.P. Crawford flexes his muscles.
I love my experience competing in the pitch, hit, and run when I was a kid. It helped me believe in my skills as a player.
The 1-2 on the way to J.P. And the Mariners win!
Go show yourself what you're made of and make your way to the national finals at the World Series. Sign up for a free competition near you at pitchhitandrun.com.
Sandoval, he was looking on that landing spot as compared to Perez as far as extension and drive towards a foot longer for Perez as compared to Sandoval. They're almost landing the general same area, but 6 foot 1 inch on the drive and his foot pushing off the rubbers. Patrick Sandoval, Perez still connected with the pitcher rubber, so he's landing 7 feet 1 inch or so. With that velocity and where he lands, makes it even more difficult for a hitter to track that fastball.
7 foot 1 extension.
When you think about it, so you're there, he's basically releasing the baseball about 53 feet away.
Like I said, he could just hand it to the catcher practically.
It's like Randy Johnson
throwing 100, no doubt. Sandoval's already made a great play, and he makes another one. He's come to play some D's, locking it down, Gooby.
He's making all us pitchers proud.
Okay, all right. We get it. Great athletes, all of you.
Well, Shohei makes that official every time he takes the mound. That's a great read. You know, if that baseball checks up and hits that grass, it's probably going to be a bunt single. So that's a great play by Sandoval.
We've already seen Segura push a bunt down the third base line perfectly. It's the quickness off the mound.
And the cool thing about it as a pitcher, you get to get your uniform dirty too. Doesn't happen all that often.
To get a grass stain like that on the right knee. Did he replace his divot? Inside to Nick Fortes. Two tremendous defensive plays. One a backhand behind his back on a comebacker. Laying out. He's feeling it. Retired 7 in a row to start the game.
Well, when you're on the mound and you're seeing that your opponent on the mound throwing the way he's throwing, you know you're going to have to put up some zeros today. So you're going to do everything possible. You do that anyhow, but you're seeing that arm on the other side, so you know you got to be perfect throughout the afternoon.
That changeup off the plate, and also as Sandoval becomes more of a veteran, it's like he's the number 2 on this team, let's face it, and you need a stopper. He probably wants to take that ball and say, hey, follow me, I got you. I know that was your attitude. Good pitch. 2-2.
And a lot of times, especially then, so say Sandoval pitches a great game today, and all of a sudden there's competition amongst your pitchers. You got Griffin Canning going tomorrow. He threw the ball really, really well that last time out, went 7 shutout. So you just want to do a little bit better than the guy the day before. And that creates that competition and makes your staff that much better.
Hit pretty well left field. Now Taylor Ward going back to the wall. Looks up, it's gone. Nick Fortes with a home run. And it's 1-0 Miami. That one just kept carrying. His 3rd homer.
Has a changeup. It's his 3rd home run he's allowed on his changeup this year. He's given up a total of 4 this season, 3 on his changeup. That's hard of the plate and down.
Does not give up many home runs, like you said, only 4.
And that's all you can hope for, that somehow that it wouldn't get out or just miss it, because that's right down the heart of the plate. A changeup middle of the plate is almost like a BP fastball.
It's like the Marlins have themselves a little hat homer celebration as well. And the big chain. Garrett Hampson, who after that, I mean, listen, I've never seen anything like that in the game, where you have a 1-2-3 double play, all the momentum going the Angels' way, and then hold everything. We're coming back. It's being challenged. And Hampson, of course, comes up with a big knock. That's baseball. Drove in 2. Made it 8-4, eventually 8-5 final.
Again, it's going back to baseball. That's the beauty of baseball. It's a new game today and a chance to salvage the last game of this 3-game set and have a very good homestand.
A little flare, that's going to drop. Hits the grass for a base hit. Back-to-back hits after Sandoval had retired the first 7 in a row. So back to the top of the order for Miami. It's Jonathan Davis. Grounded out to second to start the game. One of those would be perfect right here. Runner goes. Fouled off.
A hit and run on. You don't see hit and runs put on all that often with a left-handed pitcher, because you're, as a base runner, you have to wait to make sure he's going home. It could almost be a run and hit instead of a hit and run.
Entering today, Miami second in the NL East, trailing Atlanta by 4.5. Davis gets a piece of the slider, counts 1-2.
That's a serious beach ball.
That is a beach ball down the left field line. And it died a hero. So one throw over for Sandoval. Gets 2. I know it's early, Gooby. Big batter with Soler on deck and then Arise.
Not an easy guy to double up, but if you get a ground ball quick enough to the infield, you got a shot at it.
Oh, a late call.
That might have been a break there off the plate inside. Got it.
Indeed it was. First strikeout of the game looking. Davis goes down. To Siegel. Plate umpire. And a slight delay on the call. Could be his style.
Strikeouts down a little bit so far this season. Fastball at 90. That's at least a baseball off the plate. Got the call though. Sandoval strikeout totals down from what we saw last year. That's a pretty healthy hack and a changeup there again.
Sure was. 12 homers in the month of May. And second in baseball.
So he went change up away, and then he went backdoor slider. When Soler is struggling, which he is not right now, he will chase. It's still 0-2. You're going to try to get him to chase. This should be a non-strike.
Soler gets a piece, popped up. Eury is there. That's a big out. But it's 1-0 Miami.
When it's about to go down,
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
62! How about that?
Big moments, big reactions, and big interviews. Every night, only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
Hey, it's the coach with the May Live Content Report. Something big is coming to MLB The Show 23 this month. Kaiju. Brave the storm with 3 new Kaiju-inspired stadiums and new stadium creative props to unleash your inner beast. Raw. There's also no hiding from the lightning and the thunder that is the brand new Incognito card. So bundle up. Team Affinity and the Kaiju are here to stay.
Rated E for everyone.
Fans on Friday, June 29th against the Mariners receive an ugly sweater t-shirt courtesy of Valley Sports West. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. And, you know, on the conversation of Valley Sports West, our great work colleague Kevin Word right there and his wife Marlene. Great to see him here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just to our right, sent us a text earlier. Really one of the greats, Kevin. Great to see him.
I know you can't wait to get one of those T-shirts, Patio. Actually, you might have already got one.
Yeah, I think I went into the. I'm not here very often, but every chance I get, I steal whatever I can find. Not scratchy at all. So Levon Soto pops it up. Shortstop Garrett Hampson is there. 1 away. So that perfect batting average, OPS. Will not withstand.
Hit the ball real well last season in 400. Soto.
Halos had a chance last time. The runner in scoring position. Failed to get Urshela in the bottom of the second. Moniak first pitch hack and sending a fly ball to center field. Davis is there. When you look at Trout coming up, he has done a lot of damage as the number 2 hitter. As you look at the most extra base hits since 1906. There is Mike Trout with 427. He is on the first page of the leaderboard. 224 home runs, by the way, hitting second. Gooby is a record.
Yeah, that's 3 of those 4 ahead of him are in the Hall of Fame. Impressive for Trout. And the reason why you see the best hitters in the game, it used to be a number 2 hitter was a guy who was a situational hitter, hit and run, maybe he has to bunt every once in a while, but now the thought process is to get that number 2, get him an extra at bat during the course of the season.
Trout's hit safely in 8 of his last 9, but falls behind 0-2. You see Robin Yount on that list, and I think Zach Neto's young at 22. He was 18 years old when he was starting for the Milwaukee Brewers. How did you fare against him?
I know I faced him a lot. I think I did okay against him. He didn't hit a home run off me, so that's all I care.
That's something you never forget. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Eury Perez is dominant today.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
What an exciting time.
Stand up, Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
MLB Tonight has all the bases covered, with live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
Every night on MLB Network.
From Jerome's best seat in the house. Sign up for a chance to win at jeromes.com.
That is an incredible seat to watch a game.
Just checking on the food selections. Some sliders. Some great Angels fans.
Love it.
Ohtani fans.
Going to City Connect.
My wife was down here yesterday. I got her into the team store a bit early. She had the place to herself. Called it the best shopping experience of her life.
Really?
And
wow.
Collected 4 Ohtani jerseys that we'll be taking with us to Japan as gifts. I may have to wear one of them, though.
As well you should.
Here's Sandoval facing Luis Ariz. That's what he does. That's what he does. Base hit. Just a machine. But it's the location, right?
Yeah, it's right down the heart of the plate, and he's not going to miss that at all. He's going to make contact even on a good pitch. But when it's at the heart of the plate, he's going on that slider, and he hits it really hard back up the middle. He is so impressive swinging the bat.
Going back to that matchup, you brought it up earlier with Estevez and Ariz and the smile after he got him.
That was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
He plays the game with a passion and energy. It's fun to watch, no doubt. Luis Ariz. Here's Garrett Cooper. After a leadoff single here in the fourth, it's 1-0 Miami. Again, our crew, just credit to this shot right here, because you stay on our eyes and it's hard to strike him out. And then that smile right there shows you the joy of the game.
He says, yeah, you got me on that one. I'll remember that one at some point.
And that's not showing anybody up. That's respect.
Yeah, I mean, that had some life at 99.
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout.
So both his strikeouts today have been on fastballs, one looking, one swinging. Rides that four-seam fastball above the belt for a swing and miss.
So 1 out, 1 on, and it's Brian De La Cruz. Oh for 1, flew out to right. Takes a strike. He's hit into 5 double plays, as De La Cruz could use one of those right here for Sandoval. Ohtani will lead off, bottom of the fourth. Looking forward to that matchup one more time between Perez and Ohtani.
It's another fastball at 91. Elevated, not that 94, 95 where you see consistently for Patrick Sandoval.
We found out recently that Sandoval was dealing with food poisoning in his last start, which was on the 20th. So Detmers and Sandoval flipped. He's got some extra rest. There's a ground ball hit well over to Soto to first. A 4-6-3 double play. That's exactly what the Dr. Sandoval ordered, and Ohtani will lead off. Don't miss this matchup.
Watch games and coverage all day, every day, your way on MLB Network.
Jeremy Peña, the world champion shortstop with movie star presencia.
Every Dominican wants to grow up and play baseball, bro.
When I was 13, I was like, the plan is to get to the big leagues.
I love seeing young Dominicans win, bro, because I'm an old Dominican.
Tú sabes que el dominicano que juega, todo el mundo juega pelota. I was just looking forward to playing again, man. This is going to be a fun year.
Salud a la vida más linda.
Salud, hermano.
Versus Shohei Ohtani. Oh, I'm sorry. Perez versus Shohei Ohtani. Break a ball just off the plate. 100-mile-an-hour fastball followed by another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. 3 in a row. 100-mile-an-hour, and he drops a curveball in there. Fastball back inside and finishes him off with that slow break ball outside part of the plate. Perez versus Ohtani. That was impressive. 4 pitches at 100. It's all about the Benjamins on that throw.
Yes, it is.
That sequence.
All about the Benjamins. Erica brought up they share the same agency. We know number 17 is going to get his, but number 39 eventually will as well. It's just got tremendous stuff.
Yeah, and Shohei just gets the barrel of the bat on it. It'll go a long way.
And 2 strikeouts on the afternoon for Eury, Perez, and it's Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. You know, the family in Santiago DR is watching this one.
And again, fell behind again. So Shohei, I think, has got to be ready here. He's got to be in attack mode on 3-0 here. The center in on the spot. Get that barrel of the bat on the baseball.
Ripped base hit for Ohtani. It's got to be an exit velo of 108.
That was 109.6, base 110 miles per hour. So he was ready to get the barrel of the bat on this 3-0 pitch, and he jumps on it 97. That's some quick hands. So Shohei wins the battle the second time through.
That snaps an 0 for 11 for Ohtani. And that is a leadoff base hit and a big one with the Halos trailing 1-0. Bottom 4. Brandon Drury steps in. First pitch popped up. Rise, you can hear him calling for it. And 1 pitch, 1 out.
Shohei was trying to get a decent sized lead. He's got 7 stolen bases on the season.
How about a pitcher that has 10 or more strikeouts in a game, also with a stolen base late in the new Ohtani rule? I mean, it's just, and again, it gets taken for granted what he does, but it's kind of historic what we saw most games with a steal and 10+ Ks. It's Gibson, Nolan Ryan, and Scherzer. He does it one more time. He's top of the list with the great Bob Gibson.
He's getting a little bit bigger lead. I think this is a pretty good combination to try to go for Shohei. Perez has allowed 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts. Cortez has thrown out this 12% of base stealers, so it's a good combination to go.
So there's that running fastball off the plate.
A little forced at that point for Jared Walsh to drive it to left center. Even though he's got a ton of time. I mean, a ton of space in right center.
He'd get a fastball here, 2-0. Yeah, he does. That's just, it's almost unhittable. It's just painted. No, and he gets the breaking ball. The curveball gets the call. 2-2.
Well, it's just a little below the strike zone.
Swing and a miss on that fastball.
Gio Urshela has been so impressed. Now it's time for our play sense presented by Frontier. What he goes with the pitches. He's tracking that pitch out over the plate. And what does he try to do? He lets that baseball travel just enough to be able to drive it the other way. That's a good fastball up and away. Hands, baseball travel deep, and he did it again today. It's so impressive what he does on a consistent basis.
Runner goes. A little hit and run, but right to the left fielder, De La Cruz. And speaking of cruising, that's what Perez is doing.
This is Chris Bryant. This is Christopher Russo. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Chris Bryant plays hard so he doesn't end up here. High Heat with Christopher Russo, helping players play harder on MLB Network. Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app, click MLB Network, and sign in with your TV provider info. Then watch MLB Network all day, every day, your way.
2023, welcome to the show.
This is the game we all want to see.
Batting averages are up this year.
Pitch clock has really made a difference.
And so are runs.
He scores. What a stolen base!
With the shift, you never saw these plays.
Guys seem more ready.
Athleticism is back in baseball.
The pace, the action.
So much quicker, so much crisper.
And this game is over!
It's the best game in the world. Now it's even better.
Live look of what I would look like surfing in about 3, 2, 1. We're not fooling anybody, Gooby, with the stock footage because a bit of May gray right now, but still it's fun, especially here today. Great crowd, little leaguers. It's going to get hot enough. So I don't mind it. You ever been on a surfboard?
No.
Paddleboard, boogie board, anything?
No.
Okay.
I'll do my
been
usual
in a
thing.
Swimming pool?
Close.
Yeah. There is a story of you and a chicken fight in a swimming pool. I don't know if it's safe or air. I wouldn't want to get Sabes mad at me. No.
By the way, we have some unbelievable beaches down here in SoCal. It's beautiful.
Shout out to the old man. He may be at the beach watching us right now. And chances are very good that he is in one place. 2-1 to Gurriel. Line right to Urshela. One away. So we're in the fifth, just one run, and it's been a home run, which Sandoval hasn't given up many this year, just 4. What do you think of his performance?
Well, so far so good. He's able to get a couple strikeouts with his fastball, one looking, one swinging. You know, the odd thing about it is home runs, which he doesn't give up a lot. 3 of the 4 home runs he's allowed this year have been on his changeup. And I think part of it is the separation. We showed that earlier, the separation of speeds of pitches. When he's at 90 with his fastball and his changeup's at 83, 84, there's not a huge separation. So they're not necessarily out in front if he misses a spot, which he did on the home run. But still solid overall for Sandoval. Fielding's positioned well too today.
I was going to say he's got the uniform Eury at one backhand play and behind the back on a comebacker and then a dive on a bunt attempt by Segura, who's at the plate right now. And that's hit to left field. Taylor Ward just stays put, and we have 2 away. So our T-Mobile coverage camera is going to show you exactly what we were talking about. I'm going to let the great athlete, the pitcher next to me, take this one.
I always dreamed of doing one of those plays there, the backhand like that. That was perfect for Sandoval. He had a nice little smile on his face too, but then on the bunt, love this one, the aggressive. That ball hits the grass. That's going to be an infield hit, bunt single. Great play by Sandoval. Cat-like reflexes for Sandy.
You a cat guy, Gooby? To Taylor Ward once again. This time he's got to go back. He turns around and he's got to play that one off the wall. So Nick Fortes, who's got the homer, and now has a double. 2 outs here in the 5th.
Remember, he homered on a changeup. This time he's got a 4-seam fastball, the inside part of the plate. Oh, jumped off his bat.
Luckily, Ward was able to keep his balance. Otherwise, Fortes would be at third base right now. But not with 2 outs. And Garrett Hampson, the batter, he singled his last time up. A big knock last night. Drive it in 2 in the 10th.
And the way Perez is thrown, this is a big out here for Sandoval and the Angels, as you're trying to somehow, some way, be able to pull off this game and end up with a really, really good homestand, going 6-3 against 3 really good teams.
That's what you have to look at. That would be a great number. Already a winning homestand, but 6-3 would be better than 5-4. Marlins looking for their first road sweep of the season and 3rd of the year. Marlins, you know, you're going to get to their bullpen, Gooby, and you look at who's going to be available because Floro has pitched 3 in a row, Hoeing 4 in a row, so you don't expect those guys to be available.
That was a real good slider there for Sandoval. "13 strikeouts with his slider so far this year, but that was a good one, especially behind 2-0.
Dirtbag in the house. Hampson, Long Beach State. A lot of local lads in this series. Nice 3-1 curveball. We have a full count.
Generally likes to go secondary pitch 3-2. See if he continues that trend here.
Yeah, Sandoval thought he had that one and kind of waited because Siegel's been a little bit late, or it's his style on those called strike 3 looking, but that's ball 4.
See if it got the top of the strike zone. Looked like it was a little bit high. Touching. Could go either way.
Yep. So with these two working things out, let's give you a quick word from Hyundai.
Own every mile in the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5, 2023 Motor Trend SUV of the year.
2 on, 2 out. Top of the order. Third time through, it's Jonathan Davis.
Got to be ready there if you're Moniak in right field. He's aggressive, and he hits the ball well to right field.
Considering who waits on deck, this is huge right here. Jorge Soler waiting. Much prefer him to lead off the 6th. He does like to go the other way, but that one's going to reach the seats. And it's 1-1. Jared Walsh gave that a look. Solidifying things for the Halos on the infield defensively is Jared Walsh.
That's not by design, that slider up there. That means he didn't follow through and finish it. You always try to, when we talk about a slider for a pitcher, it's getting that pitch out over the front leg. And it allows you to keep that pitch down in the zone or below the zone.
Fouled away again. It's 2-2.
A big pitcher right here now. You want to get this out on a 2-2 count. You don't want to go to 3-2, so then the runners are on the move. You have options. 2-2, you can go to any one of your pitches. This is the pitch right now you want to get the out.
Batter time. Reset that 20-second pitch timer. It's almost like, you know, freezing the kicker. Big count, big situation. Tries to paint with the slider, misses, and the count is now 3-2. Don't want to walk him. Load the bases for Soler. What does he need to throw? You got the slider, the changeup, or try to
what it comes down to is what pitch you feel most comfortable at least getting the hitter to go and attack it. So you got to get something close enough to the plate, but yet be a quality pitch.
Oh, he lets that one go wisely. On the back end is Eury at first. Safe is the call.
I think they might check that one on that time. That was real close.
Got over the head of Sandoval. Soto and Eury converging. Eury takes charge.
I think they're going to check that.
Let's see. Ray Montgomery on the horn. You got 15 seconds. Challenge. Well, let's hear thumbs up.
Yep.
It was kind of a half-hearted thumbs up, and then this will tell us. Safe.
That's going to be close to, if the call is safe on that, they're going to that would be a tough one to overturn.
I would think so. So now it's bases loaded, no challenge, Wise to the mound, and Jorge Soler up.
Very, very, very close.
If the call is out, you're not going to overturn it that way either, right?
Be pretty tough.
Yeah.
It was close enough, though. It's going to be one of those maybe a call stands that way.
No, they did not challenge, and the bases are loaded for Jorge Soler. Again, he's homered in 5 straight games, and he has 12 in the month of May. And he's second in the bigs to Alonso, who has 20. Soler with 17. He's punished lefties. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's done that a lot today, able to throw the first pitch curveball. Most times it's been looking, and he remembered that. He's thrown that a couple times to him today. First pitch curveball, and he was ready to swing at that one.
There's a ground ball. Soto over to second for the force out. Sandoval's retired Soler all 3 times.
Sure, you'll teach her to drive a car. Then use Greenlight and teach her to save up for her own car. Mowing lawns and getting paid. Navigate the world of earning, saving, and investing together. Invest in your best investment. Greenlight.
Take control of your health by boosting your force field, the immune system. With the Aura Ring, you can listen to your body's signals and raise your defenses. Aura tells you when your temperature is higher than normal, how to improve your sleep, or if your heart rate shows signs of stress, so you can decide to push yourself or to lie low. Live smarter, stronger, healthier with the Aura Ring. Aura.
With ButcherBox, you never have to worry about what's for dinner. We deliver grass-fed beef, organic free-range chicken, humanely raised pork, wild-caught seafood, and so much more. Get high-quality meat sourced from trusted partners with free shipping, always. So you can always be prepared and enjoy the important things. Receive your special offer today. ButcherBox.
$25,000 fans at the Christmas of June themed game on Saturday, June 10th against the Mariners. And you're going to take home a new pair of Angels Christmas slippers, courtesy of, once again, Bally Sports West. Visit angels.com/promotions. Gooby, do you keep your Christmas slippers right by the bed, or is it kind of at the front door? Where do you?
You know, if they had Christmas sneakers, I'd be all right. They look pretty cool, though. I'm looking forward to seeing those.
No way you're getting your dogs in those slippers. There's no chance. They're going to have to...
Somebody in the family will enjoy them, though.
That's true. And one of the twins can grow into it. So Matt Thaiss at the plate. Perez dealing. Matt Thaiss lifts it to right, hits pretty good, but looks like there's room for Soler, and there is by a couple of feet. One down.
The baseball will carry pretty good here in the afternoon, even though it's a cloudy day. You just missed that, just got underneath it.
Taylor Ward now the batter with one down.
A lot of quick outs too against Perez today. His pitch count is very, very manageable. It's 58 in the 5th inning here.
Yeah, so again, I mentioned this earlier. I found out from the Marlins is right around 90 is going to be the limit. It's his 4th career start. He's only 20. He's working on something special here. Top pitching prospect in baseball, Eury Perez.
Coming into the game, he allowed 3 home runs and 14 innings pitched, so he is susceptible to that long ball. But so far today, he's pitched exceptionally well.
Tired 4 in a row since that leadoff single by Shohei to start the 4th. At the bottom of the 4th.
Here's a pitch right now you got to think if you're Taylor where you're trying to do some damage too.
And he takes ball 4.
Already 3 walks in the game, but still, when you look at the pitch count, very efficient outside of the 3 walks.
So when he was signed for that $200,000 in 2019, he was 6'4", $175. Now he's 6'8", listed at 220, which is a generous lift. I've heard listing, that is, I heard some say he might be even closer to 6'9". So he's still growing.
Well, that picture where he's standing next to Shohei Ohtani, you can see he's about 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah. You mentioned how efficient Perez has been. He's gotten 13 outs as that one gets away, and Ward is going to move into scoring position. The tying run now at second base with 1 out. So Perez has retired 8 outs on at-bats of 2 or fewer pitches.
That was straight down on the ground, a changeup. Second wild pitch. It's the right guy up here in this spot.
Little pressure.
Soto, he makes good contact. All you're looking for is some contact. Get it into the outfield to tie this game up. Now all of a sudden you see him drifting that front shoulder open a little bit. You'll probably get some movement at some point down in the bullpen for the Marlins. Even though the pitch count is very good, he's starting to have that front shoulder open up a little bit quicker for him, which gives you a better chance to see the baseball longer as a hitter.
Off the plate. So 2 starts ago, Perez went 5, which is a career high. Did that at home. It's his 4th career start. Soto calls his timeout. Hit 400 last season, as you mentioned, Gooby. Small sample size, however.
Still 50 at bats, though. That's that's significant. So you know he can hit. He's confident up here.
Second game of the season. The 3-2. Fouled away.
You can tell by that swing, he's allowing Perez to be able to provide the power. He's just trying to get the barrel and the bat on it. You watch Urshela hit. You're in that dugout, you're watching him hit, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to use the whole field. It's away, hit it away.
Choking up on the bat just a bit. Ball 4.
Solid at bat.
No doubt, first and second.
As this game has progressed, this is a little bit different for him. You see right here, his shoulder just starts to drift open a little bit quicker than on that release point. That makes it more difficult to hit your spot. And that's why Mel Stoudemire Jr. is going out to have that quick conversation, because when that shoulder opens up, sometimes you can still throw it in the zone, but a lot of times your elbow drops and it's tough to locate your pitches.
So they're going to work this out. We'll give you a word from Jack in the Box.
My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers are made with 100% ribeye beef. Think of them as the CEO of burgers.
So back-to-back walks. Nobody up in the Marlins bullpen. I mentioned they may be a bit short-handed this afternoon. This is their 10th game on a season-long road trip. They're ready to get back to Miami. Skip Schumacher was a great player. Grew up 20 miles away from here, maybe less, an Angels fan. First year at the helm. He was bench coach with the Cardinals last season. So Mickey Moniak takes a ball.
This is great. That's the beauty of baseball, an opportunity after what he said last night in that game, a chance to turn that around and get a big hit now. Pretty good hack at 97. Had their changeup at 88, just off the plate.
Moniak's due 0 for his last 9, 0 for 2 today.
Another good take, a couple change-ups. That's the pitch that, if you look at the pitches that Moniak has struggled at the major league level, has been change-ups. Although he's hit a home run on a change-up this year, and he's let those two change-ups fade off the plate.
Tying run at Taylor Ward at second. 3-1. So now the Marlins are going to get some action up in their bullpen with Mike Trout on deck. Stephen Okert is up for the Marlins. Full count. 11 balls, only 8 strikes in this inning here, Gooby.
Still, when he has the electric stuff, he can still make a quality pitch, but this is going to be one of those spots right now. You still think he's got to go fastball with Trout looming on deck.
Went with a breaking ball, ground ball to first. Gurriel over to second, not in time. The force out, there's 2 down. That will bring up Mike Trout, first and third.
Well, Gurriel is so good. He even made that a close play. He's got a really good arm at first base. Won a Gold Glove in 2021.
And he's always thinking one step ahead. And it was important to get the force out. But a chance for Mike. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He has hits in 8 of 9 games. Taylor Ward at third. Moniak at first.
Well, he paints a slider right on the outside corner at the knees.
A couple of breaking balls to Trout to start this at bat.
Again, ton of room on that right side of the infield. He's been working on that early work all homestand for Trout.
Mike Trout gets a hold of one out towards left field, but it's not going to be deep enough, and that'll do it. Eury Perez goes 5 shutout innings for the Marlins.
If sports fans built a streaming service,
movies and shows, live TV, more local sports. This is your big 3 that crushes cable.
Andy changed the batteries on all 3 smoke detectors.
Boobo! Create amazing work with Fiverr. All you need is your team and a talented freelancer who will lend a hand and seamlessly join your team from just about anywhere. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
Pitchers duel here at the Big A. Top of the 6th. Marlins 1. Sandoval and the Angels have yet to break through. He's gone 5. Just a 1 earned run, a homer, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So important, the first batter of this inning here in the 6th, and it's Luis Arraez, sitting 372. Singled last time up.
Remember, that was a slider, got the middle of the plate, and he hit it on the line to center field. See, a lot of times when you think of a guy, a real good contact hitter, you think of slowing down a pitch, make him get himself out, whether it's a changeup, slow changeup, or even a curveball to him. It makes it more difficult to stay back on him if it's something slower. Fastballs, he's going to make contact. Hard sliders like he did up the middle. Great hitters that make a lot of contact. If you could slow it down as far as a pitch, it allow them to get themselves out in front and get a ground ball to the right side.
You faced Rod Carew, Gooby?
Yes, a number of times.
And that was your approach to a great hitter like that?
Our scouting report was on him is throw the ball down the middle and make him think, how am I going to hit a ball that's thrown right down the middle? Because inside, he go inside out or turn on, the same thing away. Your best option was throw it down the middle, hit him to the line drive at somebody.
There's a base hit up the middle.
Again, that's middle of the plate and a hard pitch.
And this guy is something else. Led the league in hitting last year, and he's doing the same thing by a long shot, by the way.
I mean, he stays on pitches that are thrown hard, whether it's fastballs or sliders, extremely well.
Phone call just went down to the bullpen. We'll see who's going to get up down there. Here's the batting average leader. So Arraez has almost a 40-point lead on Bichette, Freeman. 72. Rod Carew, by the way, 1 for 10 versus you, Doobie. So yeah,
that was a thrill facing him, believe me.
He was one of my all-time favorite Angels, just watching him with the Twins growing up. Number 29. Good hitting coach here also for a lot of those Angels hitters. That's a line drive out towards left. That's going to get down for a hit. So 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th. Back-to-back hits by Arraez and Cooper. So Jacob Webb is now up.
He have the great changeup, just like Chris Davinsky, both excellent changeups. Again, you can't let that frustrate you if you're Patrick Sandoval. You're throwing the ball well today. That was a baseball that was just hit in the right place. Wasn't hit hard. Think I'm 1 pitch away from 2 outs and then find my way to get that 3rd out.
Ryan De La Cruz entering today, 298. Flew out to right, hit into a double play last time up. There's a ground ball. Soto to second, Drury over to first. There it is. Like you said, 1 pitch and a double play. That is huge.
You know, you wonder right now if Phil Nevin's going to give Gurriel a chance to swing the bat already. Gene Segura is coming right to the on-deck circle, working his way to the batter's box here, assuming that's going to happen. So I guess 2 hitters in there at once.
That is, I haven't seen that. That is hysterical.
He's like, hey, what are you doing there? You're not.
Home plate umpire's like, what are you doing so close?
He's anticipating the walk. I mean, they are both.
He was about 4 feet away.
He's still pretty close.
And look, he just knows he saw it before anybody else did.
Hey, both of you guys can't swing the bat at the same time.
That's not fair. And Segura is chomping at the bit to get in there.
And you know he's up there hacking first pitch, so The importance of a really good quality first pitch by Sandoval here is huge.
So the intentional walk, and Segura's like, I want my chance. And you're going to get it. Segura 0 for 2. Right away, he wanted his chance. He flips the bat, drives in a run. He's going to hold up at first. RBI single, it's 2-0. I mean, he flipped the bat about 25 feet in the air.
That was a break ball that got too much of the plate.
I mean, he could have had a double if he was more interested in, running than flipping the bat. Nick Fortes is 2 for 2 with a homer and a double.
Got to keep us a 2-0 deficit.
Fortes pops it up out towards left field. And Taylor Ward is there. And that'll do it for the 6th. But a run comes in. It's 2-0.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all the day's biggest plays into one lightning-fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network.
This game is for you, the fans. You spoke, Major League Baseball listened.
Athleticism is back in baseball.
With the shit, he never saw these plays.
Yeah, free up the players to put on a show.
Batting averages are up this year.
Pitch clock has really made a difference.
That line drive that used to be a hit, score it a hit again.
These new rules, absolutely amazing.
They're watching baseball again.
It's the best game in the world.
This game is over!
Now it's even better.
Angels baseball on Valley Sports is brought to you by Hyundai. It's your journey. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. By OC Healthcare Agency. Build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. By your Southern California Cadillac dealers. And by Easton & Easton, official personal injury partner of Angels baseball. So new pitcher for the Miami Marlins. Pitched last night, lefty Steven Okert. The man you saw sliding is now at the plate, and Okert very successful so far this season versus lefties, hitting just 0.95. Last night went 1 1/3. Ohtani swing and a miss on that first pitch slider.
He's guessing along, hoping to get a first pitch fastball. Okert throws a lot of breaking balls though.
So we saw 5 very clean innings from the 20-year-old rookie right-hander Eury Perez. Went 5, just 2 hits. Did walk 4, but no runs. Now it's to Miami's bullpen. It's a hack, foul back, and it is 1-2. Shohei single, hard hit. Last time up, 1 for 2.
Good take on that slider. Look at percentages of what he throws on a 1-2 pitch. He obviously has that data. About 70% of the time I'll throw a 1-2 slider to a lefty. Still pretty high percentage on a 2-2 count.
And Shohei strikes out. Tied up on that slider, it looked like.
Yeah, you're tracking a slider as a left-handed batter against a lefty. You're tracking that slider to go down and away. It stayed on the inner half. That's a tough one to make contact with. You're expecting that slider to go down and away, and it backed up on him. If you could throw that pitch, it's very, very effective. But that wasn't by design.
I can't. There's Brandon Drury. Now he's 0 for 1. Does have a walk. Played some pretty good second base, involved in a couple of turns. Fouled away. Some great crowds during this homestand. Pretty big one here on a gloomy Sunday afternoon. He has a friend now in a baseball.
Still by Sandoval getting through that inning, only 1 run allowed. You're still only a base hit and a home run away from a tie game. So this is why it's big to get on base here for Brandon Drury.
There's a ground ball. Segura, oh, and Drury goes down. And Segura is just going to run it over to first. So Sniper got him. Two away. Turf monster, jump up.
Yeah, because he's felt that slow roller like that. He's got a shot to get that infield hit, and trips right there between the dirt and the grass area.
Well, he's okay. With Jared Walsh. Fastball misses. Halos just 2 hits so far in this game. And 2-0, Urshela on deck. Hey, just a bloop and a blast from tying this up.
A 2-0 slider there. Walsh was out in front. He was thinking he was getting a 2-0 fastball.
Spots another slider. It's 2-2. Full count.
Goes on that first base side of the pitching mound on the rubber. It's a tough on the lefty. He worked the walk though.
Right. Big walk. Here comes Gio Urshela.
That's the guy you want up in this spot. Take a look at our StatCast, really powered by Google Cloud, where he has hit the baseball. He's hit the baseball all over the place. For 4 singles, a double, a triple, and a home run. 7 hits in this series, hitting the ball to everywhere. Gio Urshela.
Skip Schumacher's going to play the matchups right here. Looks like take the ball from Steven Ogert. And with the red-hot Urshela at the plate, he goes to the bullpen. Pitching change. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Mookie Betts from the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't just like hitting home runs. I love hitting home runs.
Mookie with a blast.
Betts, forget about it.
Sign up now for a free Junior Home Run Derby competition near you at jrhrd.com.
This one headed back to the wall and is gone. A home run for Mookie Betts.
Let's send it.
Hey kids, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to up your game on MLB Network.
From the power at the plate.
Vinny hits it deep to right field. Gone!
To the domination on the mound.
And the speed on the base pass.
Betts takes off. He's in there safely.
MLB Tonight has all the bases covered with live look-ins, highlights, and breakdowns.
MLB Tonight takes you live inside the park.
Every night on MLB Network.
And of course with Mike Trout, Tim Salmon. Let's take a look at our Major League Baseball all-fish team. Wow, it's a tough, order, one through three certainly. I don't know how you would face Oyster Burns and Sid Bream.
I still remember that run around home plate against Pittsburgh versus the Atlanta Braves.
Barry Bonds couldn't throw him out.
Catfish Hunter though, one of my all-time favorites.
A.J. Pollock, Muddy Rule, Lip Pike, born in 1845. Really very versatile all-around player.
Kevin Bass, a really good player himself.
Yeah, he was. How many of those players did you face on that all-fish team there?
Well, Tim Salmon's one, and Kevin Bass. I know I had Catfish Hunter baseball card and Slurpee cup from 7-Eleven. I know that. He was one of the all-time great. You talk about incredible control.
Yeah.
Wow. Between him and Ferguson Jenkins, those guys never walked anybody.
It's just top-notch research by our crew. Tying, run at the plate, Gio Urshela. His bat has been red hot, 7 for 11 this series. Matt Barnes, the righty, spikes that knuckle curve. It's 1-1. 2-out walk by Jared Walsh. He's at first. Video boards trying to implore the Halo fans to make some noise. It's been quiet so far.
Gio Urshela's made a lot of noise with his bat in this series.
Leads the team in hits, does Urshela. Third best batting average in the American League. It's the guy you want up there because he's going to battle. Gets his pitch to hit.
Like we said in the opening, it was said in the pregame show, and even talking to Phil Nevin, he hits good quality pitching. He's a former closer. Battles and works and fouls off those really tough pitchers' pitches.
I know Anthony Rendon is getting close. Gio Urshela, who has played all over the infield. There's Anthony. But on this homestand, Urshela 11 for 23. But need Anthony Rendon back. The 1-2 upstairs. Excellent take, full count.
That's a really good take. That's a tough one, too, especially after a high fastball. And you throw a knuckle curve just a little below the strike zone. Now this gives Jared Walsh a chance to be on the move. Now a base hit in the outfield could score the run. Otherwise, he would have to almost pull it down the left field line to drive in Walsh from first.
Walsh goes upstairs, ball 4. And that'll bring up Matt Thaiss.
He's got that power. He can hook one down in the corner and give the Halos a lead here.
A tying run aboard. If you look at why the Marlins have won the first 2, it's because they've come through with runners in scoring position. The Angels so far 3 for 24. Hopefully that'll change.
Barnes has that good splitter. But that splitter, when it's up in the strike zone, that's a very hittable one.
Thaiss just missed his 3rd homer. Last time up in the 5th. Sent it to the wall. There's Soler. Was there to make the catch about a couple of feet from a homer. Fastball painted for a strike. It's 0-2. Jared Walsh at second.
High percentage of time we'll throw a knuckle curve here, so he's got to be ready just in case he throws that one and gets us the zone.
Chases on that one, and the Angels fail to score.
Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app, click MLB Network, and sign in with your TV provider info. Then watch MLB Network all day, every day, your way.
Hey, it's the coach with the May Live Content Report. Something big is coming to MLB The Show 23 this month. Kaiju. Brave the storm with 3 new Kaiju-inspired stadiums and new stadium-created props to unleash your inner beast. Raw. There's also no hiding from the lightning and the thunder. That is the brand new Incognito card. So bundle up. Team Affinity and the Kaiju are here to stay.
Rated E for everyone.
Baseball and Valley Sports is brought to you by Nissan. Explore great deals at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Jack in the Box. Try the Ribeye Steakhouse Burgers now at Jack in the Box. And by Pitching Decisions presented by Sage, official finance software partner of Major League Baseball. Now, this is the finale of the homestand for the Halos before they hit the road for the Windy City. For 3 with Chicago and then 4 big ones in Houston. New pitcher is Jacob Webb. Last time we saw him was Friday, just the 2nd game of the season. Pitched well, did give up a home run, but De La Cruz went down and got that one.
That was a changeup. He had thrown 3 straight changeups to De La Cruz.
2-0 top 7, and it's Garrett Hampson. It's like that caught a piece of the strike zone, not called. 1-0. I spoke to Jacob yesterday. He'd been working with the automatic strike, ball strike calling in AAA, and also he had a challenge system there where if the pitcher or the catcher feels it was a strike, You have 3 challenges a game, and if you're right, you keep it. He liked that, actually better than the automatic ball strike. And they're 3 on and 3 off. They play 6 games a week. And he's come in firing.
Yeah, he's got enough, good enough separation with his fastball and changeup to make that pitch very, very effective. This might be his time where you might see his changeup.
That was it. Spot on as usual, partner. Fly ball, center field. Mike Trout calling for it. He's over on the track, makes the catch.
And Patrick Sandoval was solid today, giving the team an opportunity to win this game, but some of the hits he allowed, especially with the slider, where those were in the strike zone, that lower part, middle part of the plate, and that's where they were able to make some contact with it. 5 hits on the slider in the zone, like that, 1 on a changeup, 1 four-seamer, 1 sinker, though. Slider is such a good pitch for Patrick Sandoval, but a couple of those not exactly where you're used to seeing from Sandy, and getting that out of the zone and getting swings and misses.
He's hit to right field on a line, and Moniak is there, and there's 2 outs. Jacob Webb, Riverside. It's a Riverside Polytech High School. Ended up at Tabor College in Hillsboro, Kansas. 29 years old. Looking to solidify a spot out there in that bullpen that's in a revolving door. Ben Joyce now out there, ready to make his major league debut with Matt Moore going on the IL. And it's Jorge Soler. A 2-run game. He's trying to keep a streak going. Consecutive games with a homer, right now sitting at 5.
Good spot there for his curveball. See if he can get him to chase. When you're on a groove like he's at right now, he's not apt to do that. But in the past, you got him to swing at those breaking balls out of the strike zone, especially against a right-handed pitcher. Even better take on that one.
World Series MVP. He's got 2 rings. One with the Cubs also. World Series MVP. A go-ahead homer and 3 wins. That's some bragging rights in the room, that's for sure. Heads up.
Right in the middle almost of the wave, that foul ball going in the stands.
That'd be an all-timer as you're going up for the wave, making a catch. Swing and a miss. Jacob Webb strikes out the big slugger, Soler. Stretch time.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all today's biggest plays into one lightning-fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. Late nights and every morning, only on MLB Network. When it's about to go down,
this is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
You will watch it all together live.
He's done it, 62! How about that?
Big moments.
Oh, baby, 3,000 hits.
Big reactions.
Bobby Witt Jr.'s first big league knock.
And big interviews.
What was the first thing going through your mind?
Join TV's best baseball analysts for a big night of baseball. Every night, only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
This game is for you, the fans. You spoke, Major League Baseball listen.
Sports is brought to you by Spectrum One, Internet, Advanced Wi-Fi, and mobile for just $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com. By Jack in the Box, try the Ribeye Steakhouse burgers now at Jack in the Box. And brought to you with the help of your SoCal Honda dealers. Follow @Helpful Honda, and they can help you too. So here's what's coming up for the Halos on the road trip, 7-game trip at Chicago, who lost today to Detroit in extras. They're 10 games under, and then 4 at Houston. But first things first with Chicago, they certainly have had an up and down, mostly down season. They had started to play some better baseball, but the Angels will be going to throw Griffin Canning, Tyler Anderson, and we expect Jaime Bree, even though he did pitch yesterday.
Pretty good pitching going against the Angels, too. You got Kopech, Giolito, and Lynn going for the White Sox. They go to 4 in Houston. They're playing very well, and they're winning again today against Oakland.
No surprise, Rangers lost today, snapping a 4-game winning streak. Seattle is also winning. Andrew Nardi is now in, and he has pitched a lot for Skip Schumacher and the Marlins. This is 27th game. Tied for the most in the bigs entering today. Taylor Ward leads off and takes a strike. Zach Neto on deck to pinch hit for Levon Soto. Another spot, strike 2.
So you got to keep in mind, Hunter Renfroe is still available off the bench for Nevin, too.
That's right. Nevin just wanted to give him a day. He's been playing quite a bit of late. Just trying to get the manager's attention right there, just in case you didn't notice me. Well, perhaps he would hit for Mickey Moniak. Wait and see.
See that life he has on his fastball, Nardi. He throws that one in 94 to 96 range. Also a pretty good slider.
Taylor Ward walked last time up. He was stranded at third base. It's as far as any Halo has gotten here this afternoon. And got him looking. Just backed up in there for strike 3. 1 down.
It's an unhittable pitch here, a backdoor slider. You're just giving up on it. You assume it's going to be off the plate. It catches the corner.
Andrew Nardi, great pitch, local lad. Royal High School in Simi Valley, Moore Park College, University of Arizona, Ventura College. .24 years old.
That's my son about him at Moore Park College too. He said that a lot of the kids, he didn't play with them. He was a little bit after my son, but he said, yeah, all the kids that remember him said he threw the ball really, really hard and tough to pick up. As you can see that arm angle he throws, it's tough to track it.
So you got the rundown, the Chronicles of Nardi. That's it. It's my last game in a while. I just thought I'd save it now.
Yeah.
Okay. 1-2 to Neto. Takes his time. Batter timeout. Reset the pitch timer. Off the bench is Zach Neto. Count is 2-2. Let's go back to a little bloop and a blast here.
Even a walk will help. He just needs some traffic.
Hunter Renfroe on deck circle. He would hit for Mickey Moniak. Full count.
Back-to-back full counts.
Out towards right field, hit pretty well, very well. In fact, it gets down for Neto. And he's into second base with a stand-up double. Some action here in the 7th.
Well, it's so impressive when he gets 2 strikes, the different approach he takes and how he'll hit the ball that way, and he hits it hard. The short, quick through the baseball, and lines it to right field. Get the crowd back in the game now with Hunter Renfroe now coming to the dish, representing the tying run with Trout on deck.
Andrew Nardi facing Hunter Renfroe. Foul back for more on Nardi. Here's Erica.
Pretty cool to come home, the local lad. In fact, the entire baseball staff, coaching staff from Royal High School up in Simi Valley was here Friday night to see him pitch. Sent out a tweet too. Living a coach's dream watching one of your boys playing on the biggest stage. Can't imagine how proud that entire coaching staff must have been seeing him come back home in the bigs.
See if he's not really feeling any nerves. It doesn't appear here, Erica, as he's pitched very well.
Pretty good rivalry between Simi Valley High School and Royal High School, too. 2 really good baseball programs. A lot of good players at a Simi Valley area.
Big shoulders on Nardi. And ahead of Renfroe, 0-2. A 1-out double by Neto.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, especially now, you're just trying to make some contact, get that little flare into the outfield, give Trout a chance.
Bill Hasselman, third base coach, dancing out of the way of that foul ball. He's got that new hip, so he's a little more movement. Back our way into the press box to our right. I just heard a clank around in there, so I don't think anybody made a play.
Sam Bloom's got the baseball, though.
Huh.
We're right by him.
Good play by Sam, apparently. One to 2. Another runner in scoring position for the Halos. Sky high, but foul by Renfroe.
He's giving him a battle, even falling behind 0-2. He's fought off some pretty tough pitches. You assume at some point during the sequence, though, you will get a mistake, and you just got to be ready to capitalize.
Double digits in homers. Renfroe with 10. Ooh, good pitch, but not called. 2-2.
That's frustration right there. That's a good pitch. 96 mile-an-hour fastball.
Clearly frustrated by that call as that slider misses badly. 3-2.
And it's always good if you're a hitter, you're hitting in front of Mike Trout, so you pretty much know you're going to get a good chance at a pitch in the zone here. And it could be a fastball.
And that's going to be caught by Rise. The snow cone got a good read on it and takes a hit away. So here's Mike Trout after a nice play by Rise. He's played, obviously, he's hitting the ball very good, but he's played some heads-up defense this series. So first base open.
Yeah, but there's Shohei Ohtani on deck, even though it's lefty versus lefty.
Well, we hope to be talking about these next couple of bats in our Angels Live postgame show presented by OC Navigator. Frenchie and Kingfish. Skip Schumacher is heading out to the mound, and he's going to take the baseball from Andrew Nardi. First base open, 2 outs. Neto at second. Pitching change.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential, and what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
Sure, you'll teach her how to drive a car, then use Greenlight to power her independence with crash detection with 911 dispatch, family location sharing, and emergency SOS alerts. Invest in your best investment with Greenlight.
We love going to games, but good seats get pricey. So we use Game Time. Game Time checks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals. We got our seats 20 minutes ago for 60% off. Last-minute tickets at the best price in seconds. Download Game Time now.
With Mike Trout at the dish, and then Shohei Ohtani if needed, and hopefully he will be. 24 combined home runs, 12 apiece, 4 MVPs right there in your shot. One of them had 10 strikeouts last night. Tanner Scott. So Schumacher goes to Tanner Scott, which is an interesting decision considering you had the lefty Andrew Nardi, but he wants the matchup right here. Yes. Nope, he wants ball forward. He wants the lefty-lefty matchup with Shohei Ohtani. How about that? That is a gambler. So you put the tying run first base and the go-ahead run at the plate.
Yeah, Scott, he's got a really good fastball, 95 to 99, and a sharp 11-5 type break on his slider. First pitch, a lot, about 70% of the time to a lefty will be a slider.
And that percentage would increase with that pitch. You see the numbers, the homers versus left-handed pitching for Ohtani. Chases the slider. It's 0-2.
With a swing like that, you can almost guarantee he's going to try another slider away like that.
Maybe
again, if you throw enough of them, you can hang one.
Further off the plate, perhaps.
You threw that one even a little harder, that slider. Shohei might be forced, if he's going to drive one out, will have to drive one out to left center on a slider away.
Tanner Scott comes in, strikes out Ohtani, and Schumacher's gamble pays off.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want on the only live TV streaming service rated #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Since the dawn of man, getting help has been hard. Whether it's for ED, hair loss, or your mental health. Through HIMS, getting help is simple. It all starts with one small click for you. And you. And you. That can change everything for future you. That's healthcare, as it should be. Click now, thank yourself later. Get started at forhims.com.
Friends and family fun pack for only $44. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. For more info regarding the Coca-Cola Friends and Family Fun Pack, visit angels.com/funpack. A lot of kids here this afternoon at the Big A. Close out this homestand. Little leaguers walk the field. A lot of, hey, look, there's Erica, there's Gooby. And there I am, standing right there. Who? Well, can you get Luis Ariz out? And by you, I mean Jacob Webb. I know you can, partner.
Again, I think that changeup could be an effective pitch by Webb against him. He's got to show enough of his fastball to be able to get him out in front, make him get himself out with a changeup. It looked like it got him. You could hear that sound.
Ariz gets hit on the shoulder. So he's on first base once again. He's got 2 singles and now hit by the pitch. Barely off that padding, appeared. That's a Barry Bonds special. Here's Garrett Cooper now. I don't think it hurt all that much. On that one, fouled back. He's definitely got power. 5 homers. Big man at the dish.
You think with hands set up high like that, you could be able to run a fastball in on him. But if it drifts out over the plate, that's going to be his power. So if you're going in there, it's got to be on that inside corner or just slightly off the inside corner with a fastball. Nice crowd here on a Sunday afternoon.
No doubt. Entire homestand. It's a winning homestand. Right now the Halos trying to avoid being swept. There is a strikeout. A lot of good young arms in this Angels bullpen. Speaking of young arms, how about Cole Percival? Picked up a 3-inning save. He's now new in the Angels organization. As you see the strikeout by Webb, we'll show you that momentarily. Here we go. And of course Troy's son. And he's now in the minor leagues. IA Tri-City.
You talk about some power stuff he's got. He touches 98 with his fastball, but he also has a good splitter, slider.
How proud
throw out 4 pitches
is Dad?
Oh, very. I've been talking to him quite a bit about how happy he is to see Cole with the Angels.
Could get used to saying Percy once again.
And he's a big kid too. He's about 6'5", maybe even 6'6".
That's a smart pickup by Perry and the crew. De La Cruz takes his timeout. Have to keep the score right here. La Cruz has already hit into a couple of double plays today. And how about a strikeout right there? Nice job by Webb, 2 down.
And he got him to look and think. Changeup, that's when he got Cooper out. Swing and miss changeup, so he's thinking the same pitch. He got a fastball instead, 95. Jacob Webb.
Two down, and it's Eury Gurriel. 0 for 2. An intentional walk in there for a strike.
By the way, Pittsburgh went up and tied up that game against Seattle up in Seattle.
Let's go Buccos.
3 in the 8th.
'95. Halos trying to get a couple of innings out of Jacob Webb. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Webby out of the pen.
Think baseball.
There's something that's been missing in the debate.
Think analysis.
Now he goes into his contract year. What do you do with this guy?
Think advanced metrics.
The new rules are having an impact, and I'll bottom line it.
Think MLB Now, the show for the thinking fan, only on MLB Network.
Hey, I'm Mookie Betts from the Los Angeles Dodgers. I don't just like hitting home runs. I love hitting home runs.
Mookie with a blast.
Betts, forget about it.
Sign up now for a free Junior Home Run Derby competition near you at jrhrd.com.
This one headed back to the wall and is gone. A home run for Mookie Betts.
Let's send it.
on a changeup, and then the express at 95. 2 strikeouts make that 3 at 95. Changeup. Then followed by that fastball command. And I love that reaction by Webb, walking off, trying to get his team going and rolling here to be able to come back and win this game.
Last night we saw 3 straight strikeouts from 2 different relievers. Davinsky in the 8th, Estevez in the 9th, and then here today in the 8th, another reliever and Jacob Webb. Brandon Drury, followed by Jared Walsh and Gio Urshela. Right here in the middle of this lineup, Gooby, they've actually had some traffic. It's a good opportunity here.
And because the job out of the bullpen here now has kept this just a 2-run deficit. Just need to get that traffic and create some stress.
So Wendell is now at shortstop, Joey Wendell, and Hampson moves from short to right field, placing Soler. Schumacher going for defense here, bottom of the 8th. Needing 6 outs from his pen. Trying for a road sweep. Marlins have played good baseball this season, 1 game over 500, give them credit. Okay, full count.
Good at bat working so far for Brandon Drury. Working that timeout now.
Luis Rengifo on deck, would hit for Walsh.
Just 8 walks so far this year for Drury.
That took a bite out of Fortes behind the plate. The home plate umpire Chris Siegel's going to give him some time. Been good behind the plate, called a good game, and also has a home run and a double at Fortes. Man at the plate is Brandon Drury. It's a full count. And that is ripped just foul. He missed by much, maybe a foot.
Good swing though. This means those umpires on both the third base line, first base line are almost always correct on that one down the line.
And Brian Walsh was there for that call. And that's a strikeout, and there's 1 away. They'll chase something out of the zone. That's a tough pitch.
That's close enough, although in protect mode. Able to catch up that slider.
Really good slider. It's about 2 feet off the plate. I mean, off the ground the whole way since it left his arm. That crossfire delivery. So Rengifo hitting for Walsh. Going for that right-handed bat. The switch hitting Luis Rengifo. Called a strike.
Got that down and in breaking ball working very effectively. Hottest hitter on the homestand, Gio Urshela on deck.
Back-to-back strikeouts. The fastball inside part of the zone gets Rengifo, so back-to-back Ks. 3 straight for Tanner Scott. And here's Gio Urshela with the bases empty. So we're definitely in crunch time here at the Big A. Chad Wallach gets a bat. It's on the on-deck circle. He would replace Matt Theis. The right-handed bat against the lefty. Hopefully he'll be needed here with a runner on. It's 0-2 to Urshela.
Still finding a way to make some contact with 2 strikes. About that in the opening day, 26 hits with 2 strikes. Triple today. First at bat had 2 strikes on him.
Ground ball to the first baseman. That's a good one. Gurriel makes the play. Tanner Scott did his job in the 8th.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
What an exciting time.
Together.
Imagine an entire channel dedicated to taking you to the most exciting moments in baseball as they happen.
It's gone!
With live look-ins to clutch at-bats.
A walk-off flare!
And players on the edge of making history.
This could be it! 62!
It's the best seat in the house at every ballpark. All commercial-free.
Can you believe it?
MLB Network Strike Zone. Wednesdays and Fridays, all season long.
In this series, last night with Davinsky and Estevez, each of them struck out all 3 batters they faced. I mean, last night's game was incredible atmosphere. Unfortunately, the Angels lost that one in extras. It was kind of crazy. But Davinsky, first off, we know how good Estevez has been, but Davinsky has been a great find. He's retired everybody's face on this homestand.
It's amazing when you think of the 3 strikeouts for Davinsky, changeup, and then 3 fastball strikeouts for Estevez. So, I mean, they're going different ways about it, but Davinsky's been great. He's been asked to come in really, really tough spots. He's stranded all 9 base runners in this homestand. He's been able to come in and do his job and keep the game close and the team a chance to win.
Now for Aaron Loup with the left-hander Matt Moore, unfortunately going on the IL, he might not, pitch again here with the Angels for a month with the strained oblique. Aaron Loup needs to really be big here for this team.
And he's done it throughout his career. It's been a struggle this season. But that's why with an opportunity like this for Aaron Loup, just to get back, just get some outs. Once you get some outs, start building confidence. There's been some crazy things going against him, whether it's a little slow roller down the line or a little flare to the outfield that's going against him. But you just hope to get on a winning positive stretch here.
Luis Rengifo remains in the game. He goes to second base, and Drury's going to go from second to first. It shows you his versatility defensively. Gene Segura, well, gets the call. That was at least a baseball and a half off the plate. Chris Siegel's got a flight to catch. We're in the ninth, 2-0 Miami. Little flare. Drury, who just moves over to first, makes the play. Our Toyota player of the game is Marlins catcher Nick Fortes. Solo homer and a double at home run off of Sandoval. It's the fourth he has allowed. Right now, it stands to be the difference. He's at the dish right now. Nice play by Drury.
Yeah, he did a home run on a changeup and a double on a fastball against Sandoval.
Well, for whatever reason, the Marlins are playing some of their best baseball as they close out a 10-game homestand. And for the Angels, they had a 4-game winning streak coming into this series, but that off day, I don't know if you could buy into this at all, but if the off day maybe kind of quieted the bats, perhaps took some of the timing off, but on the verge of losing 3 in a row as the player of the game with a homer, a double, and now a single. Suit up the season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Angels at MLBshop.com. So what a game for Fortes. Hampson now with 1 on, 1 out here in the ninth. Seven, 8, 9 due up for the Halos in the bottom half.
Zach Neto has been very, very clutch and hot. Came into the game here with a double to right field. So he'll get in at bat with some traffic on there for him.
Well, the 0-2 just misses. By a whisker. And the runner goes, and Loop's got him picked off. The throw to Rengifo is in tall. It's dropped at second base. So Fortes picked off, and looked like he was going to be out at second.
He's just going on first movement, and at that point, it's a smart decision by him just to keep going and force a throw. And that's one of those throws too, is at second base there where you can't see the baseball.
That's lifted out towards left field. Taylor Ward, that's got some carry to it. Makes the catch. Fortes tagging, and he is going to get to third base.
He didn't go back to that pickoff though. A lot of times a runner will stop and get in a rundown. You just keep going and force the good throw, especially from a right-handed throwing first baseman. Good base right there by him too. Tagging up in that long fly to left center.
And you could create your own baseline, so you could get in the way of that throw. Here's Jonathan Davis. It's in there. Considering how this game has gone, only 3 hits for the Halos. That runner at third base is enormous. It was like a mountain to overcome. Have to take care of business right here.
Good pitch.
In there. Okay, Aaron Loop. That's getting the job done. He needed that, so did the Halos. Last chance for the team next.
An 04 champ.
Well, hello.
A 2013 champ.
This is going to be fun. Let's get it on.
And a host who keeps them both in check.
Players know who you guys are, right?
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
This game is for you, the fans. You spoke, Major League Baseball listened.
Athleticism is back in baseball.
With the shift, you never saw these plays.
Yeah, free up the players to put on a show.
Batting averages are up this year. Pitch clock has really made a difference.
That line drive that used to be a hit, score it a hit again.
These new rules, absolutely amazing.
They're watching baseball again.
It's the best game in the world.
This game is over.
Now it's even better.
Think baseball.
There's something that's been missing in the debate.
Think analysis.
Now he goes into his contract year. What do you do with this guy?
Think advanced metrics.
The new rules are having an impact, and I'll bottom line it.
Think MLB Now, the show for the thinking fan, only on MLB Network.
For the game today, going surf rider, trying to get something hit in the air to get that carry here today. Just got to get somebody on base, get that carry and tie it up, and eventually take the lead, walk it off. "94 games since the Angels have been shut out. That's the longest current streak in MLB.
It's the 4th longest streak in Angels history. And with Wallach being announced as the pinch hitter, Skip Schumacher is going to his bullpen. Pitching change.
Keep up with every team on MLB Network wherever you go. Just download the MLB app, click MLB Network, and sign in with your TV provider info. Then watch MLB Network all day, every day, your way. When it's about to go down,
This is the story of the night.
MLB Tonight takes you there.
62. I did it. How about that?
Big moments, big reactions, and big interviews. Every night, only on MLB Network's MLB Tonight.
Wake up to baseball's biggest stories.
Robert Flores wearing tweed.
Wake up to big name guests.
Very special guest hanging out on the crushed red velvet.
This show is tough to get ready for.
And wake up to a whole lot of fun.
Wearing a robe holding a wooden phone.
MLB Central.
It is absolutely hilarious.
The show baseball fans
And baseball players.
Wake up to.
Show's starting to pick up.
I love the energy. I love the unexpected performances.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network.
We'll have a little fun and we'll laugh.
For the Halos in Chicago to take on the White Sox. All 3 games on Valley Sports West, of course, kicking off with our Angels Live pregame show. Canning, Anderson, Berea, and Kopech, Giolito, and Lynn. It's going to be an interesting matchup.
Boy, Griffin Canning was so good that last time out, going 7 shutout innings. He used all 4 of his pitches. His 2 hits allowed, 5 strikeouts. Loved his fastball. He was getting 96, even touching 97. His slider was really sharp. Curveball, changeup. He's finally realizing all those pitches can get major league hitters out consistently and healthy this season.
It's huge. Absolutely huge. And he just has a sense of calm about him. And like been there, done that, which he has. But healthy Griffin Canning is going to make a difference. And here we are, bottom 9 after that pitching change. With Wallach at the plate, JT Chargois is the pitcher looking for the save for the Marlins. There's a teammate of Anthony Rendon's at Rice University.
That whip has been outstanding. Opponent's batting average also at 138. There's a lot of sliders. He's got a good one. Four-seam and sinker.
There you go, off the bench, base hit for Chad Wallach.
That was a sinker that just stayed elevated enough where you get that barrel on it. Base hit, this is what you want. An opportunity to bring the tying run to the dish. Flat sinker, runs in, barrel the bat. Chad Wallach lines it over the head of Gene Segura. Leadoff knock.
Just got it past the slick fielding Segura. So Wallach, that first tying run at the plate, Taylor Ward.
Wow, that's below the strike zone. That's the exact same spot. That called a ball. Taylor Ward is so due to crush a baseball in the air.
Yep. And it could be just that one swing that turns it around for him. Ball 3. See if he can hunt his pitch right here and drive something. Well, up the middle, this could be 2. There's 1 over to first. Double play. 4-6-3, 2 down. So on the 3-1 pitch, he just chops it right to Luis Ariz, who flips it to Wendell. And now the Halos are just 1 out away from being shut out for the first time in 95 games. Longest streak in Major League Baseball. Neto, pinch hit double, last time up, his 3rd of the year. Well, off the plate, 2-0. It's Renfroe and his 10 bombs on deck.
You got to realize that now if you're Zach Neto. You just got to find a way on base. Walk, hit.
3-0.
This is a take time right now, especially with that power on deck. Sometimes when you try to control a sinker, it's not easy to do.
Taken all the way. You would have to think if this next pitch is not right in his zone. Want to lay off. 3-1.
That's a strike though. Nasty pitch.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Neto's going to take his timeout. Didn't like that call, but it was a strike. Chagua looking for the save. And a series sweep. Zach Neto stands in the way. 3-2. Excellent, excellent.
7th walk of the season. Zach Neto gives Hunter Renfroe a shot right here.
The young man doesn't panic. 3-2 with 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. It wasn't his pitch, and he reaches. Tying run. Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Okay, so 1-0. You see Mike Trout over the shoulder of Renfroe on deck. And then, of course, just behind Trout is Ohtani. And that's going to be a base hit, if not more. Renfroe going all the way to second. Be careful. Oh, he's in there. How aggressive base running.
Well, you get two guys in a scoring position for Trout. Exactly what you want. The crowd on their feet.
Certainly didn't expect him to go.
And very similar to the pitch that Chad Wallach lined in the left field. This is a line drive in the left center.
And De La Cruz was surprised that Renfroe aggressively taking second base, but you gotta like it. Tying run now at second base, and pitching coach Mel Stottlemyre Jr. comes out. Mike Trout, followed by Ohtani.
I just feel this is a good matchup because Farquhar throws a lot of pitches, the sinkers. That's the nitro zone for Mike Trout. Knee high, middle in, can drive it a long way.
Crowd's on its feet. Here we go.
So he's running that upstairs, making sure he throws a higher fastball than that normal sinker.
Halos down to their last strike. Mike Trout at the plate. Ooh, my goodness, was that close. That's the respect of the man at the dish that got that call.
That had some movement, some talent action. Just moved the glove too much.
He definitely moved it way too much. 1-2. Holds up. Off the plate, 2-2. Gotta love these moments. Mike Trout looking for a flare, seeing if it gets down, but Noah Rise is over there to squeeze it to end the ball game. And the Marlins complete the sweep. A great opportunity, but Miami wins it 2-0.
That's a tough one there, too. He just ran that one in there just enough to make sure the Trout could not get the barrel of the bat on it.
Well, that'll do it. End of the homestand. A sweep for the Marlins. Angels live postgame coming up next. Scooby, best of luck on the road. We'll see you real soon.
Got to get it going tomorrow.
No doubt about it. Stay with us. We'll see you soon.